But yes, and Vlad, as previous scribe, could you tell us a little bit about last game?
Yes. All right. Fighting a race. Sim backs off the guard of backs. Titus kills two very quickly. Wraiths notice Titus resist the Necro. They shift to Vlad and Val. Beryl turns into Scorpel. Scorpel. Vlad kills one with a blast. Titus kills one. Corvin kills the last one. The Wraiths down. We move up using Bonfire to light the way. Find some old ruins. Mummies. Titus and Beryl shaken by the mummy's glare. Val pulls out a flame rock of mummy's doom, and Corvin silences the mummy lords and a deathlock. Vlad forms a wall of fire on Mummy Lord and Deathlock. Deathly Dead Dude casts invisibility to sneak to our side and casts Hungry Darkness on us. Jerk. Next round, it gets ganged on and dies. Success. Then the Lord casts an insect plague, Arg. Second Deathlock dead. Beryl gets her scorp ass kicked with rot. Beryl runs away. Mummy Lord chooses Guardian. It is super effective. Damage, and present.
All right.
Did you get all that? You up to date, Titus?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you for that recap. So it is the 86th the bottom at 8 in the evening. And Val, we come back with you being up. What do you want to do?
That we do. Well, I am going to.
Yep.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to cast a spell.
Alright, so a con save then. Unfortunately, well, what were you casting?
Going to cast Misty Step.
That's what, level 1?
2.
Level 2. So unfortunately, I think that would fail. And you would take 2d6 necrotic damage. So 3
Good lord.
necrotic damage. As the energies disrupt your magic usage.
Alright. Well, that was a bonus action. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Since I failed to cast it, does that count as me casting a spell on this turn? So I'd have to cast a cantrip now?
I think so, because it says the spell has no effect and is wasted, which sounds like the spell would be cast, not that it didn't, happen. It just takes away the effect and,
Yeah, okay.
at least
Gotcha.
that would be my reading of that.
Yep. So this thing's about to kill me, so I may as well go out swinging. I'm going to cast Mind Sliver on him.
Alright. So that's another con save as you attempt to channel more magic. Oh.
Nope.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And he keeps you from doing your magics. Anything else?
I don't take damage that time?
No, because that's level 0.
Alright. Well... No, I can't really do anything.
Misty Step would have been awesome, but no.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, so I'm standing here.
Alright, Vlad, what are you gonna do?
Alright, I am going to... I need to roll a Constitution save. I am going to cast Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to convert it into Eldritch Fire. But I need to do a concentration check first.
All right. What ability are you?
And I have
Oh,
advantage on concentration saves, but not when it comes to this, right?
yeah, that's just for concentration checks.
And oh, dang it!
So
The one thing I could
unfortunately,
do to fix this is, oh, actually, can I do Tides of Chaos? Burn my reaction.
I am not familiar. If you want to link it, I could take a look.
Because I really needed to get this
No, you would have had to do it before.
Yeah,
before. Oh, okay.
Yeah. To gain
I thought
advantage,
I'd
you have to
already-
have advantage before the roll. Once the roll is made, you
Sorry,
can't.
I got it mixed up with bend luck. My apologies.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything
Well.
else?
And do I have anything else? Let's see. And I got Jack. Nope, I'm done.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember what the mummy was doing last week. I think was it Val that hit it, or was it Beryl? Here, let me check the logs.
Uh,
I mean, it wouldn't have been me because my turn was after it
Oh,
landed
I think
there.
it was it Corbin? It might have been Corbin.
Corvin.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
they're
Yeah,
all.
because Beryl missed bad.
Yeah, as you're all trying to do a bunch of stuff and failing, it's going to be punching at Corbin. Because it has not.
I'll Oh wait, no. Let me see what the roll is.
What are you doing?
I
Oh,
don't
you're
have
gonna
to.
try
I
that.
don't have to declare it yet.
Alright. So. Let me refresh myself on Mummy Man here.
Mhm.
Dreadful Glare. Rotting Fist. Alright. So it will. Guess use Dreadful Glare. I think it's gonna Dreadful Glare at the guy who keeps trying to blast him, Vlad. Meow.
Well, that guy's a jerk.
So,
All right. So 16 wisdom. Oh,
yes.
let's see if I can do this. Dunk.
Oh, so no, you
At
are.
At least you're
I
not
think
paralyzed.
Any reactions? All right, so.
Nope.
unfortunately,
Nope.
you-
I am afraid of him.
Oh God, no! As he stares into your soul. You didn't fail by 5 or more, though, so luckily
No.
you're not paralyzed. And then he's gonna try to punch.
This is where I'm gonna use a portent.
Okay.
I'm gonna make this roll a 4.
All right. So go ahead and link portent and spend your dice.
Yeah.
Alright, so you've seen this moment long ago, or actually this morning, whenever you do your
Yeah.
own thing. You're like,
I had a
I know
dream.
this. It's like deja vu. And indeed, wait, does he roll at all, or do you just say it's a 4?
No, it's just a 4.
You can replace. Okay, so technically you would have rolled, so I'm going to say he's going to punch with a rotting fist. And a 28 would become a 4. As he.
Well, it's a 4 plus
The
his
19
modifier.
becomes a 4, yeah.
Oh, true. So 19 becomes a 4 plus 9. So I think 13 would miss you.
It does.
All right.
Yay.
So he will swing and a miss.
No rot. Always.
Bonus action.
And that's my reaction, right?
I believe so, yeah. Portent does use your.
Oh wait, no, it doesn't say it uses my
Doesn't?
reaction.
Okay.
Oh,
So yeah, I don't think it
you
does.
just replace it. Yeah.
All right.
But I can only do it once per turn.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
It
Weird.
ain't nothing, especially with him locking down all your magic. So that is
Yeah.
it for him. New round. The lair goes. It's going to continue its magic intolerance.
Because it's a big old jerk.
Barrel, you would be next. What do you want to do? Looks like the mummy is going to try to
oh
punch again.
shoot!
What?
I just realized it's 4th level or lower
For what?
for the spells that are affected by the magic intolerance.
Oh,
Yes.
so just go
Oh,
big or
did you
go
do a
home?
higher level one?
I spent a higher level spell at some point. I don't know what spell I was casting though. I don't know if it was during the battle or before.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that. Hopefully, it wasn't during the battle.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. But Beryl, what do you want to do?
I will pull out a bandage and tie up one of Val's wounds.
Okay. So you use your bandaging ability.
And
Nice.
then I'm going to scoot around here to try to help distract this guy because I assume Titus is going to be running in.
Thank you for that.
All right. At the end of your
Yeah, that's all but I'm not going to use my bonus action. I don't have anything.
end of your turn, the mummy is angered by this, and he's gonna try to punch you
Mm-hmm.
with his thingamabobber.
Thingamabob.
Rotting fist. Oh, but he will miss.
Yay.
All right, Titus.
All
You
right.
have an
I
angry
just
guardian sitting over you.
want to double check. Is my sheet up to date?
I believe so. I was using stuff as we were playing.
I just wanted to make sure I had all this stuff.
What's
all right.
the area of effect that Titus
Oh.
is standing in? I don't remember what that is.
Real
It's
quick,
the Guardian.
I just realized he had his spiritual weapon. I'm just gonna do a quick swing with that.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's been a week. Give me a break. 20, I think. Is
All right,
going to-
so now I'll use my
Oh.
reaction and cast Silvery Barbs.
All right. So give me a saving throw, please. Con.
There we
There you
go.
Now
go.
you get it.
All right.
Good job.
And I'm giving myself advantage.
All right.
Next
Because you're
roll.
like, screw this.
So instead of a 20, he rolls a 12, which will miss. It's good use.
Nice.
All right. So Titus, just to remind you what the Guardian does. Let me link it. If you move, it will take a hit on you. Unless you make a dex save.
Wait, what's the
And
consequences of
it
that?
Basically
hit?
blasts
It
you
does
with
radiant
radiant
damage.
So you have to
Yeah.
dodge it if you move.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna run right out of there, right at the mummy.
Dex
Um,
save.
All right. Deck save. I am. That not. Oh, there we go.
Oh, so you are blasted for 20 radiant damage as you try to get out,
All right.
putting you further into wounded.
All right, but I'm good to move now though.
Yeah, well, that's while you were moving, it does that.
And then that would be 15. I'm gonna
What?
because of the diagonal space only counts as 5 the first time, so 5, 10, 15.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just gonna start attacking him with my halberd.
All right, attack with the halberd.
Actually, what's it take to pull out? Never mind. I'm not gonna do that right now. I wanted to pull out Saturn. And also, what is to the rest of you guys? What's his AC? Because I missed last game and I feel like I would know by now.
It's low.
Is it low? All right. Well, then I will go for Great Weapon Master.
Wait, his AC isn't low.
The other mummy
was
was,
it the other
very
ones?
low.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
other
know what
mummy,
it
his
is.
AC is actually pretty good.
I don't know how many times we've actually punched
Beryl
this
would-
guy. be
Beryl would
honest.
call out, Titus, move up or move down. He's
Well,
distracted.
11 would
Oh,
miss.
yeah. Well, I will let that one go, and then I'm gonna say, "You're right, Beryl." I'm gonna move up. That one.
We got him surrounded.
Barrel's the tutorial. Did you know you can flank an enemy by standing adjacent to another? Like the tooltip pops up as you're attacking.
Only as long as Clippy doesn't show up, we're fine.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever
gonna-
D&D Clippy would be. Sure.
Just do a regular Albert attack now.
That's
Oh.
Barrel's next familiar.
Well,
You
you're-
have advantage.
I'm gonna just keep trying.
does he have
Hector's
advantage?
He's still fairy fired.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
I haven't been hit yet.
Nice.
He sure is.
19.
19
would
hits?
just hit, yes.
I'm gonna use a goading strike as well.
Oh,
Alright.
thank God.
So you do 10 slashing, giving him disadvantage to attacking anyone other than you.
And then I have my. Oh no, I still have one more hit.
Is he concentrating on anything?
Yes, the Guardian of Faith. So let me do a.
Oh, I thought that was like a. Oh, weird.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure Guardian of Faith. Oh no, it's not. What is he concentrating?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
I know what he's concentrating on. Yes, he is concentrating on something. So
Oh, no, that's different too. I don't know.
con save.
Dude has whipped out all the spells not requiring concentration. Is all I'm saying.
No, he is actually concentrating on something. But yeah, he would make the concentration check.
Alright. I have one more regular attack, so I'll just use it.
Crit. Doing 8 plus 4, 12 points of damage.
Alright, and then I will. Looks like-
Looking very wounded, still up.
Hmm.
Oh wait,
Then
now he's
I have
looking
more
very
movement. Right? I have more movement. Oh no, I'm gonna action surge actually.
I think I spent that already, didn't I?
Alright. It's not marked
Uh,
off, but if you did, you did. I'll just click
I
it
don't
off.
remember. I didn't. I wasn't that granular in the.
I
that
don't
text,
remember that
sorry.
happening.
Did I not use it? I could have sworn I action surged like when I went in the first time, but if it's not marked off, you can say you have it. That might have been,
Alright.
we'll say it's a DM error.
No, I'll take it.
If I
I'll
did.
definitely take it. I'll just keep swinging in on him.
Alright. Yeah, 27 will strike, doing another 7. 24 will strike, doing another 11. He's looking very wounded.
Couple more con saves.
Yeah. And 22 will strike, doing 13. That's
Kill him
3
with the pommel
con
strike.
saves.
I'm actually. Oh, the pommel strike might do it, but I'm a little nervous it won't. And he's definitely gonna. Well, I assume he's gonna attack me, so I want to use my bonus action to second wind.
Alright.
Oh, good plan.
It's a D10 plus my level, right?
Alright, so you regain some health.
That is. Level am I? 14. 18 health.
Alright. He is
And
going
then,
to. Yeah.
And then I can. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it just cost me movement to use bait and switch, correct?
5 feet, blah
Yes.
blah.
5 feet, right?
Switch. Oh, interesting.
Yes, I believe so.
So I would go next to barrel and use bait and switch.
Okay.
So
I don't think
that
that
would,
even. Well.
if I can't, I can't. I just thought I.
Okay, so yeah,
quick
yeah
credit.
so
You're crazy.
that would use 5 movement, and she and you would switch places, I believe.
And that would be all my movement, and then I can roll a d10 and bolster either one of our ACs. And since he's gonna have disadvantage on anyone but me, I will bolster my own by 2. All right, and then that's everything.
All right. At the end of your turn, he is going to use. I think exactly. Yeah, he's gonna use Blinding Dust. Each
Pocket
creature
sand.
within, yeah, exactly. Pocket sand. Con save or be blinded.
All right, this is what I'm using my advantage on then.
Okay. Alright, so Titus is blinded.
I'm gonna burn
Val
him
is
indomitable.
not.
I don't want to know.
Didn't need
I was trying to get that out before you said it.
So everyone but Val is blinded until the end of his
Oh.
next turn.
Oh, did I see-
Indomitable.
Yeah,
Alright, so reroll. Ah, you would make it, so you are not blinded.
No.
So yeah, everyone except Titus and Val is blinded. Alright, so that's it for Titus.
Right, which probably works.
Corvin, the pocket sand. It's in your eyes.
I'll disengage, bonus action, move to here, throw a sling stone.
Alright, so it would be a wash.
Stone, yes, it's even. Let's see. 14.
No, that is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Yay.
Ah, it's in my eyes. You just kind of throw it wildly. Ah.
Okay. Second attack will unfortunately not be a magic stone.
Normal stone.
Where is?
He's like, I don't have a tab for that anymore.
20.
20 will hit him.
Okay. These things are still on. Okay.
My eyes. So
28.
unfortunately, you have disadvantage, so you can't do sneak attack.
Isn't it a wash though? Because you're somebody leave me something in a different game. So, but if
Uh,
you have both, it counts as having neither, right?
I think it counts as having both. So,
Somebody just showed me something where it doesn't. That's so I don't know. But
I've been playing it as if you have both. I could try to look into it real quick. Let me see.
I think the way sneak attack is worded, it says something like if you have advantage on the attack, and then it later says as long as you don't have disadvantage. So it
Yeah,
does
yeah,
seem
I
like
think
think
it's-
the question is
Oh.
advantage
You don't
plus
need-
disadvantage.
So yeah,
You don't need advantage if you have an ally within 5 feet. Isn't the wording something like that?
I believe so.
That's not the issue.
The issue is that
The issue is
sneak attack
advantage in-
says if you have disadvantage, you can't sneak attack.
Disadvantage.
But if you
one
don't
second,
have
so,
either,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right,
Yeah.
right.
which is interesting. I thought it just counted as like you having both, but let me.
Here we go. Here it is. Well, so this is what the rules say. So that let me see. The question is this.
You're considered to have neither. Okay, so that
So if
would
I-
be correct
so-
then. So that would actually sneak attack.
Okay.
All right,
So
so he
28.
would take 28. Okay. Anything else?
That is it.
All right. At the end of
If
your
you take it
turn.
down with just a normal rock, that would be hilarious.
And you said that wasn't magical, right?
It is magical. Well, it's from a magical sling. So yes, right?
Okay. Yeah. If the
It's
sling,
it's in the spell. Yeah,
yeah, if the sling's magical, then that would count as a magical.
the sling is
attack.
magical. Yeah.
All right. So Beryl, you're gonna get punched.
Doesn't he have disadvantage because of the goading thing?
yep. Yes, I was just about to say that.
But it would be neither because he also has advantage because you're blind.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, he's gonna go for you. You don't look as armored as Titus. Oh, actually, you are pretty armored. Yeah, he's just gonna punch Titus. Never mind. Oh, crit.
I am silvery barding that. I mean, let me roll my constitution real
Yeah,
quick.
Give me a Constitution. All right.
Yay!
So you cast Silvery Barb, spending your reaction.
Yes.
He will punch again.
And I will throw advantage onto. Onto me. Screw it. I'm selfish enough. What's the
Alright.
token for advantage?
I'm not sure.
We've used like an up arrow, I think.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
that's
there-
right,
I don't
that's
think
right.
there's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
officially a one designated, but
No, but up arrow make total.
the green up arrow, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you still have all your spells?
I haven't cast very many spells, to be honest.
Alright.
Because of the magic disadvantage.
He's
thing.
been doing cantrips, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm afraid to cast spells.
Oh, that's
So
right.
If you want to,
That's right. You're a
those,
coffee
don't do
lock, right?
Yeah.
You're a cheater. Okay, that makes sense. Cheater. All right. So sorry. He's gonna keep with that.
I don't do the
punch
worst
roll.
part of the coffee
Oh,
lock
and
part.
he's gonna
but yes.
move or miss. Val.
Right. So I know he's used his reaction.
Who did?
Did he
No.
make an opportunity attack on some? No, he didn't.
No.
No.
I think it was a legendary.
Yeah. He used
Nope,
the
that's a
legendary.
shame. That's a shame. I
That's a
thought he was.
I was like, I want to run away.
Do we? I'm just looking around and thinking, okay, is this the big boss battle? Do I blow all my spells here?
Did he concentration save? Our damage?
No.
The mummy.
But yeah. What? So what are you gonna do?
The
I
you made it.
suppose
yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Oh, level
And I'm
5
gonna
telekinesis.
I'm gonna use my last portent, and his saving throw roll is a 1.
So could you link portent?
I can.
See if he has any legendaries left.
I don't think he has legendary resistance, but
It says 2 d20s, but I have 3 now that I'm level 14. So
yeah.
greater
So you are replacing his saving throw with a 1.
I am.
He actually has this though, so I'll set his first roll to a 1. And that's a what save?
Wait.
No, I think it
Because you replace.
just makes the roll.
Oh,
save.
you're right.
Yeah.
I can replace
It
a
doesn't.
roll.
It doesn't set his result to
Oh.
1. It sets one of the dice to 1. So
Right.
in
So-
situations with advantage.
Well, it says.
Well, shouldn't you just
well,
wait until he rolls the dice and then replace
Yeah, would
Can't
you
do
get
it that
to
way.
choose which
No, you
dice to
can't.
Yeah.
replace?
it? 'Cause there's
You
no
can't
reaction,
do
there's no
that.
timing on it. You have to do
No,
it
there
before he
is
rolls.
timing on it. Yes,
Oh, you
there
have
is
to do it before he
timing.
rolls.
You have to do it before he rolls.
Oh.
By
yeah.
saying
So basically,
that
it would set that first dice to a 1, but he gets a second dice
Okay.
because of the resistance.
I prefer the way.
All right,
that
well, I mean,
completes
still,
our
you
advantage.
give us a 50-50
Oh,
shot.
you know what? I can't use it anyway because I already used. No, wait. The turn
No, you
restarts at my
Yeah.
my turn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's the round actually. The turn restarts as soon as his
Ah,
turn
shoot.
ends.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
say turn, not
So
round.
yeah, you know,
okay.
you're good, but it's just that he would get a second roll. So
Okay, so I turned it into a straight roll at least.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
rid of
save
the
on that?
Strength.
Strength. Okay.
Oh, actually, this isn't a
alright.
saving throw. It's not a saving throw. Hang on.
What is it? What am I doing?
It's an ability check. It is an ability check. My
Oh.
spellcasting ability contested by his strength check.
All right. Well, you can certainly.
So his strength
set
check is a
that to
1.
a 1. Okay. And
Yep.
what are you like raising him up or something?
I am gonna pick him up.
All right. How high is he going? 30 feet? Or
How high can we go?
I am
It's
good.
30
I
feet.
can only move him 30 feet. Yeah.
okay. So he
yep.
levitates off the ground 30 feet into the air.
Yeah. Do you want me to make the intelligence roll? Yeah. There's the
for-
roll.
Oh, versus his? Yeah, well, you set it to 1, so I don't think he can.
Yeah. I didn't know what his strength modifier was. I'm sure it's not 19.
No. Alright, so yeah, he is raised up into the air. And that
Yay.
is it for you.
I'm gonna move.
Because you're like, oh, he's out of the way.
Alright, mark yourself as
Don't go to the Guardian. Don't go to the Guardian.
concentrating.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, kill it, kill it, kill it.
Kill it now while it's in the air.
All right. Okay, I think I can do this.
Was he considered restrained?
I don't think so. I can double check.
It's
it.
fine,
He
I
just
got
kinda-
I think it's
I got
no. It says until the end of your next turn, the creature is restrained in your telekinetic grip.
Okay.
So he is
yes.
restrained. Oh, you already had advantage anyway. He's already
Yeah, he's
lit up.
glowing.
Sorry.
Oh, I have disadvantage. So it's
So
actually a
he's
straight roll.
scared. Yeah. He's like, oh god, it's a mummy. Alright, so you blasting at him?
Yes. Is it my turn or is?
It is. So the mummy
Okay.
can't do anything up in the air right now.
All right. So there's an order of operations to this. I'm going to cast a higher level spell because Vlad got scared, and I'm going to convert it to fire because he thinks that it should be afraid of fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to convert my magic missile to a 5th level slot and convert it to fire missile.
Can I see what you're using to convert? Because I don't think you can do that.
I think I can.
If it's a meta magic one, you probably can.
It's a meta magic.
It's
Yeah.
Well,
the feat, I think-
force.
yeah. It's
Oh, it's a type of damage. Okay.
I have to
thought it was
convert. I
Yeah.
have to use my last.
it doesn't. Force is
and I
not.
can
Force
convert
is
it
not on
to-
that list.
Yeah, that's
That's
what.
two,
No,
not from.
but no, I convert the spell to
No.
acid, cold,
Yeah.
fire,
So
light.
it doesn't have to be because that was
No,
my thought too. Because
That's not true. Read the
No.
first sentence. When you cast a spell that deals a type of damage from the following list, you can spend one source support
Yeah.
and change that damage type to one of
Alright,
the
so I
other
was
lists.
right.
Yeah, it basically
Oh.
lets you swap an elemental damage for
Yeah.
a different elemental damage.
That's,
Well, that's
yeah,
weird.
and that's
Okay,
why
I didn't know
was
that,
kind of.
but that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I'm still casting magic missile. I still have then I have one sorcery point left.
All right, pew 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 pew. So you fire.
It's a 5th level. So let's resolve that part first.
All right.
1d4 force damage plus is now at a 5th level slot. So shit, I've lost track of how many that is.
So
oh yeah, I
that
need to
is
cast.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think.
And I'm going to give myself advantage on this. Constitution. Yay.
You don't need to make a save because it's 5th level. It,
Oh, well,
it
I
doesn't.
forgot about that. That's right. I don't have to do that because it's 5th level. Okay, well then, never mind. I got some holding my advantage, and then it'll go away at the end of the turn.
So D4 plus 1 as you start blasting up at him.
Is it D4?
Yeah, times 7. D4 plus 1 times 7. Pew, 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 pew.
Wait, what? Okay, D4 plus 1 times 7.
Well, if you click Magic Missile, it should ask you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So it's rolled. Is it r slash or?
/R space 1d4 plus 1 is one way you could do it. I thought the spell would automatically roll for you, but maybe not.
I don't know.
If you click
That's a
on
good
Magic
question.
Missile,
Let me see if I put that on my. Oh, look, there's a thing. And then it
Right.
rolls 1.
pew, 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 pew.
That's weird.
so,
How does it roll 1?
well, you times it by 7. You only roll once, and then
Okay.
depending on how high level. So usually it's
Ah,
by
gotcha.
3, but because it's level 5, that would be an extra 4, so that would be 7. So 21 damage. Pew, 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 pew.
21 damage.
Okay.
As he is blasted out of the air. A laughter permeates the corridor, and he says, "My curse upon you, adventurers." And he
Oh, no.
is gone. What do you want to do?
I didn't
want
like
to
the
wipe
sound of
this-
that.
I want to wipe the sand out of my eyes.
Pocket
Yeah.
sand.
Pocket sand.
What a jerk.
Okay, so mummy curses suck, but they got good loot. But mummy curses suck. So who's really good at getting rid of I don't know, curses and like hereditary problems with children, things like that? Beryl, you good with that?
Beryl not able to help with curses unless Beryl gets long nap.
Well, I think we all want a long nap, but Should we get the cursed stuff first and then do the long nap? Do the long nap and then get the cursed stuff? What do you guys think should be the order of operations here?
Beryl will go over to Titus and say, Beryl has been practicing. Beryl has new healing abilities. No, not require Beryl's spells.
Did we ever find the missing
Whoa.
people?
Oh, you know what? I bandaged Titus last week. I can't give you that. I'm sorry.
No worries.
No, we do need to find the scouts that
They
came
are
here.
either wraiths, the previous mummies, or they are in one of these tombs.
All right, I'm gonna cast locate creature again,
Ooh.
All right. So you
And I am-
can't- And it seems like the magic of this. Actually, let me check.
Like that spirit
Right.
thing, I think, actually stays for 8 hours.
Yeah, it's just sitting there now.
So we want to make
Hanging
sure
out.
to not get
It's
too
giving
close
you all
to
the
it.
stank
There.
eye. It's like it points to its eyes and it points to you. Uh,
I will put a bonfire underneath it.
Oh.
Doesn't
God.
do anything.
I was gonna say, can we
unfortunately,
I don't think it
attack?
does anything,
It just,
yeah.
it just kind of.
Oh
yeah.
no!
It's
a-
immune.
I
It
want
just,
to light it up.
yeah, it's good for guarding.
It just
like, an
crosses
entrance
its
or
arms like a,
something. Yeah.
like a true Chad. It's like and
it
stares,
just
We
does
can't even
damage if
attack
you
it.
get
stares
close,
at your
yeah.
fire. It's like whatever.
Contempt.
But unfortunately, I do think the layer effect is still on. So spell.
Oh, what?
Oh, buddy.
Let me see.
Son
Yeah,
of a-
it doesn't say anything about it going away once. At least, well, okay. You wouldn't know too
All right,
much
my
if this thing
bonfire
is.
works though. Haha.
Okay, so actually, give me an Arcana check because you might know something, realizing that the effect is still on.
Also, I didn't want to slow down combat for this, but I still have 11 temporary hit points.
Those wouldn't be there.
Okay, I just wanted to check in on why I
Probably
had.
add those back to your HP then, because it seems like they weren't taken away when you were.
No, I
attacked.
think they were. I think I'm
Just
pretty
didn't
sure
minus
I
twelve,
took it
that's fine.
from the red circle because I remember.
Oh, yeah. I did put him in there. I remember last time, actually. You're right. They
But
were
I
just still
thought
on
the
my
red
sheet.
circle is connected to that. That should have taken it off your sheet. Let me check.
It hasn't been working for me. The red circle hasn't,
Maybe. Yeah.
which
so,
is why.
So yeah, just I do remember taking off the red circle. So I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it just might not be connected to your sheet, unfortunately.
That's fine. I just wanted to double check because I saw them there and I either thought they came after or like something might have someone cast a spell or something, or
Yeah.
I don't really know. I just was guessing.
So
Val's okay.
Val.
Creature go off.
Yes.
So yeah, did you give me a con save to see if you can get your spell off? Okay, so you do,
Yay.
and you would realize the effect is still going, which makes you think that the mummy might not truly be dead.
Oh, fantastic!
Guys, I
Yes.
have good news and bad news.
Hmm.
The good news is I can locate the missing.
Oh, and when you use the
Midnight
spell,
Pyre.
you would detect him inside the crypt here.
Oh,
He's in there. There's only one. I only detect one.
Well, I thought you only did it on
It
that one
to
guy.
specify one.
yeah.
Oh, you're right. I used the guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Because if I tried to find Shatter Kai, I would just find Corbin.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let us open it up.
Is there
There's a
is there a
door there.
door?
Wait,
You
were
tell us
saying
that
had
you don't
good
think
news
the
and
guy's
bad news,
dead?
Val? What was it?
Yeah, I would tell you that's the bad news. The bad news is I don't think the Mummy Lord is completely dead.
Mummy Lord suck that way. Yes.
Should
we try
to-
I just
Should we
start
burn his
stabbing
body
the
or
corpse.
something?
Yeah, let's burn all of the bodies.
All right. Can anyone lift this body into the bonfire that I put underneath the guardian who's laughing at me right now? Because
No,
I
because
don't-
if we
if
go-
we go close, then
I'm
he
going to
will
move the
attack us.
bonfire over. Hold on a second.
Wait, I'm still concentrating on telekinesis. No, I'm not, because I cast locate creature. I cast locate creature.
I'm
So
going
I
to
am
move the
not.
bonfire. Hopefully.
Barrel pulls out a flask of oil and a torch.
There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Get the
that's
magic.
that's fine. You
We're
can-
going analog.
You can burn the bodies.
I
There
will
we go.
spend.
Boom.
I will spend a couple torches to transfer the fire to the other
Nice.
corpses as well.
How do I get? I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep stabbing.
Fire.
It. This is all happening.
I can't
You're
get
stabbing
rid of
his,
the bonfire.
his
The old
bandaged
Burning
body
corpse.
while he's burning. All right, now you give him a couple of good stabs, but it doesn't seem to do much. The guardian just shakes his head at you.
Okay, Corvin, my friend Corvin. Is there a way into these crypts? Because I don't see a door.
There are doors. I just don't have them marked on the map.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh
look
yeah,
at the
don't forget
doors.
the chest that appeared from the wild magic.
I think it would have
Oh.
disappeared by now.
Aww.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to make a permanent illusion of a chest, that would be hilarious. But
I think it says in the description it only lasts like 5 minutes.
oh, okay.
So it might still be there right now. Here, I'll mark the doors on the map just to make it easier. So
I don't know if the fire is as effective against this guy, but Beryl's just being cautious, and she goes around spending torches to like put all these guys on fire. and I'll subtract that flask of oil. She used it all.
all right,
Nice.
let's do the thing again.
So, like, screw the essence, burn
But
'em.
yes, there are doors,
Were-
which I now marked on the map.
Were there any other corpses that are out of sight? Oh yeah,
There are some
see one
bones
door.
in here. And there are the corpses. Are you searching all of them?
Beryl's setting them the mummy ones on fire unless anyone tells her to stop.
The other thing, if you set them on fire, you wouldn't be able to get their essence.
I know, but she
Okay.
was just trying to make sure they didn't come back
Beryl's
after
like,
Val
screw
said.
that.
After,
No, we're
well,
good
Val
with that.
said that the one guy was possibly still alive, so Beryl started burning them. But we could maybe loot these other ones that were more skeletal than mummy.
Oh, the deathlocks.
There's
Yes.
2 of them. There's one down here as well.
Yeah.
Um,
So who's
yeah.
searching the death locks?
I'll search
Not
one.
me.
All right.
I think Sim would probably be doing it. He usually does the Arcana rolls for Essence, doesn't he?
Sometimes.
Oh, Val, you've got Arcana, don't you?
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to do
Alright.
it.
All right, so Corvin, this is my plan. Once everyone is done with their stuff, you open the door and you step to the side, and I throw a fireball. Oh crap, my head hurts. No, I can still throw a fireball. I just gotta overpower the problem, and we blow it up, and then we close the door, and we just do this every once in a while.
Perhaps you should see what's inside first.
Oh, well,
Before
that
you
would
start
be
setting them on
smart.
fire.
But I'm very nervous about mummy curses. They can be very, very bad. Your junk falls
Well,
off. It's very
We're
sad.
looking for perhaps living
Very
people.
specific.
That would
We don't want to
terrify
destroy.
me more than anything.
Oh, that's true.
By
Maybe
the way,
when
it'll be
we
weakened.
when
We'll just-
when door opens, Sim maybe take a second to sense. Sim can sense nasty creatures, yes.
Yes, I
but
could
we left
certainly
him so
try.
that people wouldn't attack us from behind. So
But he needs. I think the door has to be open for him to do that.
Were you saying something, Corbin?
No, just wait over the door.
Right, so these crypts do seem to be locked. There is a stone locking mechanism basically built into this large stone slab.
Okay. I'll,
how hard?
if it doesn't appear to be trapped, I will attempt to open it.
It does not appear to be. It looks fairly difficult. So yeah, it would
I
be
can-
probably at least very hard?
I can give you advantage if you want me to, but it's once.
Let's wait for Beryl. She's actually more deaf than I am.
Did you guys? I was starting to like try and loot these creatures,
and
but
at this
I'll come
point-
over if you call.
Well, yeah, she's working on that right now. But I will say, and who is working on the essence? That was,
I can, but I thought that I detected the guy in this one down here.
Yeah, that's what you said. Was this one?
They're just
I only
looting.
saw the one.
They're just
door,
looting
so I
right
don't
now.
know.
Oh, they're just well. I would be concerned about getting that guy first because he
Okay.
might be
the door?
suffocating or
Oh,
who knows?
there's
He might be
Yeah,
poisoned.
There's one door.
I
Yeah.
just didn't
Oh.
see.
So you were on the other side. It was over here. I just didn't have it.
So I'll
marked
go to that
before.
door.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So confused. Where are the doors?
Well, there's
There's one
3
down
different crypts, and each one has a door on a different area.
I'm gonna
How?
because I'm kind of in a hurry. I don't want to ritual cast. I'm gonna
I'm just sticking
cast
with the
detect magic. So I'm gonna try to make the con save.
Okay. And just really
Hey.
quick, someone might know something with religion here, which might only be Sim. I forget who has religion.
I got it.
Oh, well, then you might know something as well. Oh, maybe not.
Nope.
about
That's
Sim?
not
Great.
well. That's not terrible. But yeah, let me see if Sim can
I
get
mean-
it higher.
A nat 1 being a 12 is actually fantastic, but
Yeah, that is insane. I didn't even think about that.
And there's no such thing as a automatic fail in skill checks. So you still did roll a 12. But let me see how Sim.
Did we all
does.
roll religion checks to?
This would be training because this is kind of specific lore that
Okay, gotcha,
someone
gotcha.
with training might know about mummies.
I still have more than a 50% chance of rolling under your nat 1.
Alright, oh, Sim's on it. Sim says, wait, my friends, I should mention, I believe that there is legend that mummy treasure will further a curse if it is touched. So if we go in, we should be very careful about not touching anything.
What about the mage hand?
I don't think that will save you.
Oh, darn.
But just thought I would mention it. Go ahead. As best I can do his accent.
Okay. So do I detect any magic?
Yes, there is indeed magic on all of these. You get powerful necrotic magic.
Ah. There is powerful necrotic magic on this.
And that's on the
On all
whole
the crypts.
building, not the door itself.
Would you like me to lead the
Oh.
way as we open the door?
So we knock the building
Lock it
down,
first.
and that is
Just burn it all down. Now you
Oh, just lock
burn
you
the
don't
hall.
hear anything inside. So if the guy's in there, he's possibly dead or unconscious.
I thought we determined I couldn't detect him if he was dead.
Oh, is that a thing?
Unlocate creature. I thought we
yeah,
said.
because he becomes an object when he's a corpse.
So unless you're
Oh.
looking for object of like his ID or something.
moving, nearest creature, blah blah blah.
That's true. I didn't even think of that.
Which requires a different spell.
I have like an object, but I use my level 2 spells.
All right, so yeah, maybe he's just not moving around then. But yeah, I totally forgot about that stipulation.
Can we? Did you guys say you got the
Oh.
door open?
Not yet.
not yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to let you try it because they seem to be very hard.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, then I guess Lou, let me know how long it takes her to finish what she's doing here. Although, if
Alright.
you guys call her over, she'll stop what
So-
she's doing. But
Well, I'll say it doesn't take you that long to search them, so we'll say like 5 minutes pass. You would find they have some strange powders on them, which you would probably recognize as arcane components. A
Excellent.
total of 150
okay,
on the 2 of them.
and their essence,
They're components.
right? But okay. So I was only able to search them. I wasn't able to collect the essence.
Oh, I thought you were just searching them. If you're going for their essence, that would be an Arcana check.
Oh, sorry. Okay, then that'll have to be Sim or Val. Sorry. All right, I'll record.
I will help you with that later. Let's see if
Yeah,
this
that's fine.
person is still alive.
Okay.
All right, so Beryl will come over.
Where are you guys?
Try to
The south.
Right here, over here, Barrel.
go
Okay.
ahead and give me a thieves' tools check.
As though yelling out,
Guidance.
like, can I help?
You are guidance.
Do you want advantage on this, or do you just want to do it straight?
Beryl will take any help Beryl can get. It looks really complicated, you said, right?
Yeah. All right. I will give you Tides of Chaos. So you have advantage.
Okay. And did someone say they were going to try and cast guidance?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's yeah.
Can we?
that's-
Do you need to make a roll to see if we get that off?
I mean, technically, I guess do it. I mean, yes, let's see.
Yeah, it would be a
Once.
con save. Yeah.
There we go.
So you get it
All right.
off.
Here goes.
Tides of Chaos gives you advantage.
Oh, nice roll.
And yes, you would
27.
be able to unlock it. So the lock is picked. You sliding the door open?
Yes.
All right. So inside, you would see a bunch of treasure. It looks like there are gold candelabras, urns, and other art objects in here. There is a very drained-looking individual on the ground, kind of sitting there. He is kind of breathing in a labored way right now as he looks up at you. Next to him, you would see another shadow elf who has been completely drained of life force and is kind of rotting. But
Can Beryl?
yeah,
Can Beryl
one of
go
them
up to
seems
him?
to still be alive.
Wait. Val is still doing the tech magic. Is there a safe path?
So in this room, let's see, what would you see that's magical? So nearby, kind of on one of the walls, you would see there is a mace that is giving off a magical aura. As far as you can tell, the crypt itself has a magical aura, and the area in general has a powerful necrotic aura on it. And actually, you might get the feeling that this area is, what's the term? I keep wanting to say desiccated.
Desecrated.
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 Yeah, desecrated.
Beryl
Considering
can
how
go.
fast they light
Beryl
up,
can go
yeah.
try to heal.
But is there a safe path for her to walk through, Val? Because I don't want her to step on like oh look, this tile happens to be treasure. Oh, you're cursed. That would suck.
Yes, she can.
The sim would say, I don't think it works that way. I don't think just stepping on something will curse you. But you
But
might be
you
right
read
to
the action.
avoid it.
Gotcha.
Just in case.
So if I can I walk up to the creature without touching any apparent treasure?
Yeah, no, well, the guy on the ground isn't near any of the treasure. He's just sort of
Okay.
sitting there. He
So
looks
I'll look
like
to the
he's
group,
very
like-
weakened. Probably is going to have a hard time moving without help.
Beryl, try to stabilize. Try to heal.
More like exhaustion levels to the point of no movement,
Oh.
which would be 4.
Oh, because he's life drained, not
Gotcha.
damaged.
Gotcha.
Per se. Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Can you drag him out, or do you need us to come in and help?
If we just want to go straight back, I can teleport us back.
Well, I'm afraid of teleports, especially in this area, because that sounds like a horrible headache. Can you do
try
that?
Should
Surprisingly, I don't believe a teleport will cause the headache.
Oh,
yes,
well,
these
okay.
the magics would be too powerful. Go ahead.
But
Let's-
these
let's
are only two of
check
them.
the,
Let us look in the other crypts, which sounds incredibly bad idea. But we should look in the other crypts to see if we can find anyone else who's alive.
I agree. But also,
Yes.
if there is, if someone's still alive, or if there is still some mummy issues, we should definitely try to take care of it. So let's clear this place out.
All right, so you
It's a bit
leave
close
this.
by our fortress.
Yeah, so you
Um,
leave this one
Maybe we
for
should
now.
put the poor life-threatening person somewhere safe.
Yeah, bring
First.
him. Let's
Definitely
definitely
bring him
him
out of the
out.
crypt.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
he will thank you as you kind of carry him out and maybe sit him on the ground next to the crypt.
We'll put him next to the illusionary chest over here.
He it's like, oh, it's a chest. Oh, it's an illusion. I got it. No, but
His
he would
disappointment to injury.
as you're kind of dragging him away, he points to the body of his friend and says, "Please bring him back as well. He should not rot here."
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right.
We-
I'll,
Can we put him in
alright.
the bag?
oh,
And the
with all the
bag.
other ones.
I mean, we don't want to like impede ourselves by carrying extra corpses and
No,
stuff. so
no.
like, but yeah. Since we have the bag, it lets us take him back for
You
burial.
can
Yeah.
you can assume that he would weigh about 150 pounds for your bag if you're putting him in.
All
the
right.
bag with him.
We've lightened the bag a lot, so or we could put him in the portable hole. Who's got the portable hole? I think it's
A
Sim.
portable hole is our death choice. I mean, let's be honest. We
I,
put
uh,
bodies in a portable hole like all
Yeah.
I
day.
believe I have it on
Yeah.
me at
Let's
this
put
point.
him in the portable hole.
Okay.
Yeah, it says I have the portable hole on my sheet.
You
So
have it,
you
Ken.
are you unfold the portable hole and lay him into the bottom of it. Yeah, that one is just as long as you don't use all the room in there, which I'm not sure what you have in there right now. But...
We
We
need to
put
cast
little. We put
insight.
lots of heavy little stuff like coins and
That's
weapons and like heavy stuff, but that's not bulky, is what we've been putting in the hole.
All right. So where are you headed next?
But let us go down here. This way. Oh, look, there's a door right there, I guess.
And now once Tribe has doors open, Sim can maybe use special sense to see if are any hidden creatures Tribe not
Oh.
seeing.
that
This
might
is
be
a-
good. Yeah.
Have not detected any so far, though.
Oh, good.
These areas are quite evil. It
Mhm.
definitely makes me uncomfortable. Oh wait, would
Hey,
it make him uncomfortable? I just assumed. Yeah, it would.
it's,
Just
I,
like-
at the, it's at times like this that I wish I had remembered to pray for protection from evil, because this place, evil. So
I don't know what you guys are talking about. The
Oh.
air and the
I
feels
mean,
fine
the
here.
mummies are really weird and creepy, but place doesn't feel any different than any other place to barrel.
Yeah,
I-
same here.
you
I'm with Beryl on this one.
fool. No. You guys are like no headache. I am going to need some like heavy duty like willow tree bark after this, because this
Well,
is bullshit.
Also,
I'm starting to think you're a little sensitive,
Yeah.
Vlad. Okay.
Anyone who is of good alignment would feel very uncomfortable in this
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't notice
and-
anything, but this is fascinating. Like the history and all of this. I really would love to spend some time down here and study.
That's great. This place should be burnt to the ground and salted. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Barrel.
So, is it locked?
Yeah, this one is locked as well.
I cannot give you advantage. Sorry.
All right. Guidance again,
I
maybe?
can try to give guidance between
Yes.
the two of us. One of us will give it to you. So
It was
Yeah.
15, right?
Well, if you don't
Yeah,
pick
I'll
it,
make
I can kick it in.
Or wait, I think it was actually 16. Double check.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think it's 16.
Alright,
Alright.
so,
I mean, I have a plus
I mean,
10.
I
so
will-
we
yeah,
have a good
it's
chance.
fine.
guidance.
Yeah, it's a
Could I
it's a
mention-
cantrip, so you could just try again. So yeah, he would get. Oops, excuse me. He would give it
Well,
to
and I
you,
think
Vlad.
It's a
Sim has
competition.
guidance
Who
as
can
well.
get guidance
so.
first on barrel.
Oh
Alright.
wait, why? How did I? Oh, because of my
How did you
debuff.
click off of it? That's
I still-
crazy.
I still have my debuff from having been raised from the dead, so that's why the guidance is +0.
Right.
Oh,
Really? That's hilarious.
Yeah. All right, but 21 would be enough. So you do manage to get this one open as well.
Right. We're ready. Ready. What do we see?
Opening the door.
Yes.
I will.
Scary.
All right. Inside this place, you would see what looks like some shelves that are above several sarcophagus that are arranged
Oh.
in here. The shelves look like they have various items of interest. You would see a bunch of potions neatly organized on one of the shelves. You would see
Nope. Evil potions.
evil potions. You would see some canisters that might have some essence in it. It's hard to say. And possibly some components. And you would notice. Someone give me a D10 roll.
Does Val still have his detect magic up?
I should, unless it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah, so you would see the potions are magical. This place has similar auras to the other place.
Say a D10.
Yeah, D10 roll. 3. Looks like there are, and actually, let me check something.
Staff of the Magi. Horribly cursed. Staff of the Magi.
I'll take my chances.
Anything good for stabbing somebody in here?
Three. And looks like some components, possibly religious components for ceremonies. What looks like some some incenses and such. Just lost it.
So
there is one other thing. Hang on a sec.
Oh,
it
sorry.
is. What was it?
Glad, so you know the curse has already affected you with the headache and stuff. You might as well go in there and get all that stuff for us.
I am not getting jack. I'm not drinking whatever's in those potions. You know how long those potions have been there? Their expiration date is long past. That's all I'm saying.
They're magic. They keep forever. Everyone knows that.
Looks like a.
They're potions to make you a mummy. I don't want that.
You don't want to be a mummy? Some kind of statuette, which is probably an art object as well.
Oh.
Which is not magical.
No barrel. Bad barrel. Bad.
Looks like.
What does the statuette look like?
It would. It looks kind of like a. It look like. I'll say it's like kind of like a small sphinx-like statuette.
Oh, okay.
Looks very odd to you.
Okay.
That's what it was. And several ivory tubes, probably scrolls, as you've seen this type of thing before.
Tubes. Oh. All right. Okay. So here's what I propose. I pop a bonfire on every single sarcophagus and shelf in here, so that we can get rid of any possibility that there is a body or another like wrapped.
Oh, those are made of stone, though. That's one thing. Sorry, those are big stone. Yeah. They're big stone sarcophagus.
I thought they said using magic on stuff would curse you anyways.
Would it? Oh,
that's the mage
If you
hand
touch
thing.
the treasure.
Attack magic would be okay, but like greedy magic would be bad. Like greedy magic would be bad. Like if I wanted.
I don't know. I just was warning you ahead of time if you're really worried about being cursed.
That's Sim. Sim, can I blow this place up? Is that okay?
As far as I know, using magic to destroy will not trigger curse. At least curse of mummy treasure.
Sim can make curse go away, yes?
Depending on curse, right?
Maybe on single objects. Maybe not everywhere.
That's a good question. Can I do anything about
Normally,
this?
I'm not so superstitious, but you guys are really making me feel nervous about this.
Barrel,
me do some
Barrel.
reading.
If Tribe thinks everything should stay here, maybe Barrel should relock door and leave
Guys.
nasty things.
Let's not
is
be
the
hasty
space
here.
in the center empty?
Oh yeah, he does he have remove curse? I think Sim
If he's,
does.
I believe
Wait,
he would have it on his
he's
list.
not a
He might
cleric.
not have ever prepared it. He is partially cleric.
Oh,
isn't
is
he?
he?
He's a
I thought he was
One
a
level,
war-
I thought.
I think only
he's
level
got one level of cleric, but he's the
Oh, I don't
then
think
he,
he has
he
it
would.
then.
Yeah, then he wouldn't have removed curse.
Celestial
but
warlock
he's the
might.
celestial warlock. Yeah, so he can take
Let me let me take a look
cleric
at this sheet.
spells.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
Expanded
just
list.
And that's why I've seen him cast higher level cleric spells. Then, yeah. that makes sense.
Actually, my celestial warlock in my other game with Eric has removed curse or had removed curse.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I just
he
knew I-
he doesn't, or does he prepare? How many levels of cleric does he have? Let me see.
only if it's only one, then
I think
He
it's
only
only
has one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he does not have remove
But as a
curse.
warlock, did he buy that?
Greater
He
restoration.
doesn't have removed.
We'll get rid of one curse.
As
That's true.
He probably has
depends on the
those
curse,
low
maybe.
curse.
But
It's expensive,
Like
but
it
it's
specifies.
totally an option.
Yes. So
No,
Yeah.
greater.
yeah. Oh yeah. I was just checking lesser. He does have greater restoration. And I believe that does. Yeah. So that will get rid of a curse. He says. So I suppose I can remove curse if needed.
maybe.
Right, well, so far I haven't seen anything that I'm willing to get cursed and have my junk fall off for. So
How about all of these? I would like all of these spell scrolls.
I
Is that a
I-
legitimate
Might be
that's
able
a
fear?
to,
lot of curses. That's a lot of curses.
Maybe
Uh,
retrieve them with your telekinesis.
I
Well,
need to
well,
know if
I
that's
want you to
something
know
I
the
have to
curses.
worry
Is
about.
are the items cursed, or do you get cursed? And then, because if
Uh,
one person gets all the curses, we can just kill the one person.
That's a good point. I like the way you think.
Well, I
make
think-
Gal
I
have
think
all
that-
his stuff. Just
I believe that when taking the treasure, the curse is activated. So once the treasure is taken, then it is no longer cursed. The curse is on the person who took it. So we should take the things, and then I believe we can remove the curse.
Now we elves have this thing called movies, and in all the movies that I've seen, the curse travels with the treasure. But I don't know
right.
from
That's what
personal
I'm saying.
experience.
Like, and I don't want to be a mobile like syphilis. That would be bad. That would be very bad.
What?
Yeah,
Um,
the description sounds like it just curses you if you take it, not the items itself.
Right. So there's
Okay.
nobody in here. There are sarcophagi. I have a plan if we don't run into any more trouble to just melt the whole place down and just done with it.
Like,
But
think
we
we
have to
should-
wait
we should
later. to
definitely-
do that.
If the desecration is still active and the mummies are still here, we should have clear them out. So this does not keep happening.
Maybe Tribe
Alright.
should take Shadow Midnight Pyre friend back.
well,
to
let's see.
recover and
There's
and
still
ask-
one. There's still
There's
one more.
one left.
not
Right,
accounted
right.
There's one
for.
left.
Yeah.
One left.
We can check the other vault, but maybe Tribe should see if Shadow if I keep saying Shadow Cry, if the Midnight Pyre has any holy men that can come back here with Tribe to neutralize curses and mummies and things here.
Well, we could just
Well-
take all the items and then.
Does the items curse somebody more than once, or like the first guy to grab it's cursed and that's it?
I believe it is just a curse. I don't think it can curse
We can
someone.
put all of
more
it in the
than
bag.
once.
And then kill the person
Cool.
with the bag.
So what are the transitive properties here? What if I use the guy in the hole and use his hand to grab stuff?
I don't believe he counts as a creature. I believe he is an object at this point.
So if we form an undead at the international date line and we have it,
I don't think this is that complicated. Just whoever has the bag can put it all in the bag.
Okay,
and
we
carry
have
that
two
person when we leave.
bags. We have two bags, by the way. And I had in the inventory that Titus was carrying one and Beryl was carrying the other because we just recently acquired the second one. But then there's also a portable hole, which I thought Sim was carrying, but Titus, you said you were carrying it.
Yeah,
So it's
Sim
just-
might have the bag because I
Okay.
was told to put the portable hole in my.
actually, I have the
Inventory.
new I have the new bag of holding. I am carrying it.
Okay.
It
Is
mostly
that-
has
Is that
cooking
Vlad?
items
Vlad?
in it and some spices, but
Vlad, you're carrying the second bag, right?
I'm carrying the second bag.
All right, and then I'll put
I
Titus as carrying the.
I'm gonna
'Cause
go
I'd like
over to the
request,
other
I would
crypt.
really like it not
Do
to be
we-
full of cursed.
Do we sense any
like,
evil things in
items.
these
This guy's probably
sarcophagus?
dying now.
No, he said that he was just exhausted and that like there was
What,
nothing we could do
No,
besides rest,
the
right?
one in the top crypt, if he's still alive.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
we
he-
need to go
that-
over to the top crypt.
Yeah, so the guy you think who was with him is dead because he pointed.
No.
to-
Weren't there 3?
Well, I thought we found
There
a
were
corpse.
4.
I think we found a corpse.
There were
earlier.
4. Okay.
We did find a
There's one
corpse
more missing.
outside the cave, yeah.
Well, either way, yes, we did. We should check all the things
There is a third.
either
that we
take
should
nothing or take all of it.
find.
and then destroy everything, and then the sarcophagus. That's
So are we going up to the top crypt here and
sure. Let's open it.
hoping?
Okay.
Oh
Do
boy.
we open the? Yeah, we open that one too. Yes.
All right,
Let's open this
all
one.
right. Hold on. Let me. Beryl, we need your little fingers.
So
Beryl.
you will attempt to guidance her several times. Someone's going to succeed at some point.
Okay.
I did. Aha!
So yeah, you did. So go ahead,
Hey,
Beryl.
Titus.
20 would be
20?
just enough.
The guidances are just like softening my
Offsetting your-
debuff, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Although that was the worst that I rolled on the guidance in the 3 rolls.
So yeah, 20 would be enough, and the door opens. In
Oh.
this one, you would find there are stacks of coins all over. A lot of gold or pale gold and some pale platinum. You see a small pouch as well that might have some gems in it. And there's one other thing here. Oh, Titus. I think you were the last one on the wish list. Has
Oh.
not gotten
Oh.
something yet.
Oh, does his wish list item come first?
Oh my god. Yes.
I've got no problem forfeiting that to somebody else, seeing how as I have
Well-
not put my wish list up there.
Oh, do you not have
Or
a
I
wish
can-
list yet? Uh-oh.
I have a physical copy, but not in the thing.
Well,
dude.
can you just
Oh,
upgrade
you
his
better
weapon or something?
quickly put it in there. I haven't gotten to that. I haven't gotten to
Oh, shit.
Discord yet. Quick, copy paste.
Wait, what if you just
Type-
upgrade
type
his
really
weapon or
quick.
something?
I'm not a fast typer. This is mean. I work with my
I'm
hands.
slowly scrolling through the wish lists here.
I can read it to you.
Pile on the pressure. Just upgrade
sure,
his
give
weapon
me
or his
a-
armor.
Give me a D100 roll. No, well, if you read it to me, then you're like, I only have this on my wish list. But yeah, give me a D100 roll.
All right. Well, if you give me a second to put it on there.
All right, all right, go ahead. I'll give you a moment.
All right. Cool. My phone has this feature that I'm going to try out right now. That if you take a picture of something, it should scribe the text, and then I can just put it in there.
That's neat.
Yep.
It can do plain text transcription. That's pretty cool.
Supposedly,
I knew
we'll
they
see
could
how
do
it
that.
works.
Actually, I'm gonna try to do that. It's always, of course, my handwriting is god awful. So
Yes. So is mine. That's why I'm afraid of how it will work.
All right, let me know when it's on there.
Just a minute.
I should probably take some of these old character ones off here. I feel weird taking Reed out of there because he's been in the group so long.
I'm deleting some of it because it's a little mixed up because I was trying to write down like the rarity next to them, but
The
So it,
rarity
like,
would
mixed
be
in the middle.
helpful, or else I'll have to look it up.
yeah,
but
we can
if
figure it out.
Yeah. So
I mean, if you have more than one thing per rarity, you don't tell them wrong. Then it's updated.
You can't
Yeah,
remove
okay.
Anna Kate because hers is the best wish list on there.
Oh, and Anna Kate is actually possibly going to be back at some point.
Well, right, but please read her
Maybe.
wish list. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna post it and then I'll edit it to add the rarities because I have them. But
Oh,
I
you
just
don't
Did you
even have
update
a-
yours, Beryl?
I just realized you don't even have a character posting on here. That's
I
why.
know, I'm just gonna slam it in there right now.
You didn't do the homework. That's it.
Nope. I've been told to a million times too. I'm just a jerk. I've been wanting to, and I've been.
The entire time I have been a part of this campaign, you have been told.
I have been
No,
multiple
didn't
times.
Val get here after you?
Yes.
And Vlad got here after you? Alright, I'm not going to say that. That's fine. You know what you did.
I know exactly what I did, and I feel guilty about it. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't. It's added in there. And I'll
Alright.
edit it to add the rarities.
Alright.
All right. Well, what rarity? We can look these up real quick. So.
There was a few more things, but I tried to be fast because it wasn't reading it right because my handwriting is garbage.
That's fine. Is one of those uncommon?
Weapon of warning is.
Alright. Oh, but it could be any weapon, right?
Yeah, but I was hoping you would. No, I want a
Alright.
two-handed pole arm.
Yeah, polearm. There you go.
Yeah.
Do you have to wield it or just have it on you?
I don't know how that works.
You have to be attuned to it, but you can have it on your back and it'll still work, is my understanding.
I just want
Yeah,
like a
Like
dagger.
it would literally be a dagger, and it would still
Oh,
yell
yeah.
at you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, then it won't matter because
'Cause you likely want a better weapon at some point than that as your hitting stick.
yeah. But the weapon of warning is pretty well. I have Shadow Strider, which I really want to use.
Yeah, actually, it just has to be on your person. So yeah, sure. I'll say there is a some kind of ceremonial dagger that you would see
All right.
that looks like it's
Well-
magical. Now you know it's a weapon of warning because we had that big discussion.
Yeah. I would look at the group. How concerned are we about this curse thing?
And that's
It will
everyone.
cause your junk to fall
so
off.
the wish list is now reset. Anyone can get anything again.
What'd you say, Vlad?
It will cause your junk to fall off.
The whole thing?
If you say that,
I don't
if you
know
say that out
that's-
loud, if you say that out loud, Val will start taking stuff.
Wait, it'll cause your junk to fall off. Is a catalyst for Val to begin?
It is very difficult to transition in these times.
Oh my. Alright. So this is a spear, but yeah, it's obviously a dagger.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, well, this may suck in the long run, but I can't pass that thing up. I'm gonna grab that dagger.
Alright, so
Oh.
you feel the
Oof.
magics affect you as you become cursed.
Oh.
You have a couple of things. You would get. Where is it?
Immediately check my junk.
Did not fall off. So you have disadvantage on all saving throws, basically.
But by
Oh.
this crotch rope.
Because
As long as you are
crotch rot
cursed.
sucks.
But yeah,
If you've got a bag,
no,
just
no,
go grab everything.
no crotch rot.
No, I can live with
Crotch-
I can live with
crotch
it if
seems
it's no
fine.
crotch rot.
Oh. This is a different land, I guess. The ones I heard of in the other place were all about crotch rat.
Vlad, absolutely nothing happened. I feel perfectly fine. Like
What sort
nothing
of-
changed. You should go grab something.
What sort of place
You
is
should
this
go,
that you come from with all the crotch
you
rot?
go grab all these stuff and put it in the bag.
I'm gonna grab
All
everything.
the scrolls.
Yes.
Go do that.
Take all the stuff.
And open up all the sarcophagi. Let us go down to the place that I'm most concerned about, because coins, like whatever. But the scrolls and the stuff and the sarcophagi, you open up all the sarcophagi for us. That would
All
be
right.
great.
So we don't find the other two people in this crypt. I take it.
Well, we found the other guy originally at the base of the
There
opening,
might have
didn't
been
we?
one outside. I thought we saw one with the wraiths too. So that might be the.
Did we? There's,
I
We
thought- pretty sure
definitely- we
saw one in
found-
the cave.
We did
only
find a
tracked
corpse.
two up here,
Yeah,
I
we did
thought.
find one corpse outside before we came in.
I
Yeah.
thought there was
I
one with the
didn't think
wraiths
we
too,
found any
I
with
thought.
the wraiths, though.
There's one,
I don't
there
remember that
was-
one.
No, there was one outside. You didn't find one with the wraiths,
No, okay.
but you found two of them in the other. So there is still one that's missing.
They're in the sarcophagi. Quick to the sarcophagi.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do think we need to go through sarcophagi and make sure the mummies are dead and people are saved.
Come, Titus. You were big and burly. Come, before your jump falls off.
Each of these crypts does have a sarcophagi in it.
Oh, each
Actually,
of them? Oh.
yeah, I didn't really mention that, but there are several sarcophagi in these burial chambers. Well, I'll say like each
well.
of them has like 2 or 3. The one in the middle
Oh, well,
has
then-
3. The other one have 2 each.
Then Titus, go for it.
You want to try
Check
to
the
open them up?
sarcophagi.
Yeah, I'll start opening things, but I'm gonna look at Vlad and say, Vlad, I really need you to point out your number one thing you want out of this place. The most
For me?
ideal thing I can pick up for you. Yeah,
But-
make sure I get it.
If you find any really this is gonna sound really strange to you guys, and I understand that you're gonna be like a little grossed out. But mummified cat jerky is delicious.
That sounds delicious. Beryl would try.
Oh, and
So
make
if
sure
you
you
find
take
mummified
the
cats
weapon
are
of
disgusting.
Grab
warning
those.
off your wish list now, Titus.
Oh, will
So
do.
I
I'm gonna.
don't- so I don't
That's gonna
generate
force me to update more stuff too.
Yeah. You don't see anything that looks like mummified cat jerky.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Gather stuff and let's search the things.
Yeah.
Yes. Go and open up the sarcophagi because I wish to
Yes.
destroy them, please.
All right, I'll start popping things
So
up.
you open up the first one in here, and it looks like there is a body all wrapped in bandages, but it doesn't move. It looks like it's just kind of laying there.
All right. I would say bring it
Fire.
out here, but that sounds like evil to do. So I'm going
Fire.
to catch it on fire. I am going to attempt bonfire.
All right, so you walk over, casting your ritual or your not your ritual, your
Cantrip.
cantrip, and the sooner or later
And I
the corpse will catch on fire and go up in flames.
all right. All right.
For
We got
cantrips,
one
you don't
down.
have to
Keep
worry.
going,
You
Titus.
could, keep trying those.
Keep going, Titus. Keep
No,
going.
yeah, I'll just keep looking.
All right.
But if you spot anything, Vlad, let me know. I want to know right away.
In the
Okay.
second sarcophagus, you would find another body wrapped in bandages.
Beryl, I'm busy with this one. Can you get that one?
I will pull out a torch and a tinderbox and work on it for a
sure.
bit.
You light up this body as well. So it's all burning and probably fully destroyed after a few minutes.
All right. So, was this all the sarcophagi in this one?
Yes, it was just the two.
Is there anything in here that you would like Mr. Curse over here to get?
I mean,
Let's
it's in the
see.
bag, right? Everything. Like what? Like
Everything? Really? Oh,
why not? He has a bag.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Oh, I just feel like we need to have this like examined afterwards. You know what they mean? So,
All right, you're gonna grab all the coins in here.
Anything I'm directed to grab.
I mean, you took one and got cursed, so just you already did it. So just grab it all. Like what?
Like I said, anything
Why
I'm
not?
directed to grab, except
Maybe
Vlad
open
points
up
out
the
something
portable
specific.
hole and just sweep the stuff in. Maybe?
Just-
I mean,
if we hand him a broom and we
if you guys want him to gather all the gold, then I feel like opening the portable hole and just having him kind of scoot it all in is the way to go.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Sure. So there
Now he's
are
like, how am I going to do this horrible thing to them?
There are 20,000 pale GP,
Jesus Christ.
1,200 pale platinum pieces, and that's mostly it in here. And there was the ceremonial dagger, which, yeah, you believe is magical. So lots of money in this one if you collect it all.
Taking everything I'm directed to take. I could care less about money. I got my sweet new dagger.
Let's go get these.
And
Let's go get these
piles-
scrolls. Let's go get these scrolls. I really would like the scrolls.
You want to skip to these scrolls? Skip to
Val
the
asked me at the scrolls. I get the scrolls. Vlad, you find anything yet?
Well, no, we need to go down to the scrolls because we got to get rid of the mummies there too. So.
All right, so which you're going back to the one with the scrolls? That was the first one.
And yes, please get these scrolls.
I'm just gonna delete my token in the meantime instead of doing this bouncing back, if that's all right.
Oh yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
smart.
you.
We should probably just
I
do-
mean, we could party token at this point if you guys want.
Unless there's going to be combat, which could happen any second now.
Well, that's why I asked, but you never know.
So, one moment.
So let's see. We need scrolls and potions, I guess.
Yeah, so this is what you find in the first one. I said all these things already, but I'll just post them.
Oh wait, that's the one that we just cleared out.
That's the one with the scrolls in it. The first one that you just walked into. The first, well,
There's no list. There's no list for scrolls. So.
yeah, there are three times scrolls at the bottom there.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
God.
So
I
just to
can see, I
clarify,
promise.
wasn't the 20,000 pale and 12,000
Yeah, that was the
platinum
first one.
up at the top?
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
first one. The second one
okay.
has the list underneath it.
Gotcha.
And yeah, the third one has other stuff. But so you're looking at the scrolls, or I guess you're having Titus take everything, right?
Yes, we will determine
It's the,
scrolls at a later date.
Okay, so he just kind of puts everything in the bag as you are affected
One-
even more by the curse.
Once he is done
Dark
with
magics.
that, hey, how many sarcophagi are there in here?
There are another 2 in here.
All right. If you could type this, just open and wait for the jump scare.
Alright, so you open up these ones.
Crypt Keeper pop out?
No, actually, these ones, these ones have more of the mummies. However, these mummies look like they have amulets on them.
Oh,
Like
very scary.
possibly,
Up to you.
possibly worth something, as they are both inlaid with rubies.
Well, Titus, they might try to bite you, but those look really snazzy.
Oh my gosh.
Do they now? You sure you haven't found anything that you specifically want, Vlad?
Not yet, no, because honestly, most of this stuff is just very scary to me. But yes, please, for the rubies. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to you.
If something bad
Oh,
happens to me, I'm doing it to you too. Start plucking away at the rubies.
Are you taking the amulets off them?
If I'm advised to by my friends, then yes.
All right.
Val, what do you think about taking the amulets off of the mummy bodies?
Who did you
I
ask?
mean, Val.
Me?
Yes. Sim looks distracted.
I am not trained in religion, but I've picked. You know what? Scratch that. I will try to cast borrowed knowledge.
All right. So you
Oh, Constitution.
have to give me a con save.
Look
Okay.
at that. Suddenly, now that we're out of combat, I'm rolling all
I know, right?
Alright.
20s.
So, looking at these ruby necklaces, you think they might be some kind of ceremonial garb. These might be some kind of priests. You would
these were
believe
priests.
you would believe each one of these necklaces is worth about 500 gold pieces.
Wait a minute. Good priests or evil priests?
Probably.
Depends on
Right.
your perspective, I think. I'm gonna go with evil
Let's
priests.
discuss moral theories.
I'm not. No, I don't care about morality. But a necromancer priest or like a priest,
I
or like
think
just
they're
a
the ones
priest.
who make the
Well,
mummies.
Lou,
Yeah. You're good.
if it matters with borrowed knowledge, that roll would have been a 25. So
Okay.
if there's more that I could learn at 25, then
I'm not gonna pilfer a holy man for some money. All right, I got no problem helping you guys, but I want.
No, you're pretty
I wanna
sure
know.
all these are probably all evil members
I'll
of some kind of evil religion.
Well, then I will pilfer the evil. Pilfer the evil priest.
So 2 times ruby. Nice.
I mean,
All right,
Val.
then we burn the corpses.
There's a lot of things I'll do, but I have certain lines I won't cross.
Okay, and then you burn the corpses.
And Corvin, do you notice any secret things in any of these crypts?
Not yet.
No,
Okay.
nothing has stood out as being like a hidden passage or anything.
All right. We got one left. So if there's going to be a jump scare, totally in this one. So just prepare yourselves.
The main
All right.
middle one. All right, so going back there. Let's see. There is that magical mace.
Oh yes, the magical mace. Titus, go
I
ahead.
grab it. It's a weapon. I grab it right off the rip.
So yeah, it is a weapon. So you grab it, and yeah, it. You don't know for sure that it's magical, but it is a very high quality weapon.
I accidentally fumble with it and drop it on Vlad's foot.
Val had detect magic up when we first opened the store, so we know it's magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what it does, but yeah, you would know it's
Yeah.
magical.
I'll take that. I'll add that to my. Should I just add a mace to my inventory?
Unidentified mace.
Yeah. You can
Unidentified
say
mace,
it's
yeah.
from session 134 in case you forget to identify it. So I'll know where to look up the info. You'd
Good
also
lord.
see a golden candelabra worth about 100 gold pieces and a golden urn that's probably worth about 200. Possibly having dust of dead people in it.
He upturns it and
I'll get rid of
That's
all
your
this.
spice pouch.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe
Make
that
it
was
re-
essence.
Unless I'm informed not to, I am gonna dump out all the dead people. We don't need them.
That
We
might
don't
have been
we don't
Grant-
need
well,
this
whatever.
anymore. Alright, so you dump out the urn and take that and the golden candelabra.
Alright,
Oh,
are there...
sorry, I didn't mean to. I was trying to change the name. What session did you say it was from? 133?
This is session 134.
134.
Although I'm guessing someone can
many,
probably identify it.
sarcophagi in this
I know, but
place?
just in case I want to mark it.
And yes, there are 3 sarcophagi in here.
Okay.
I'll pop 2 of them real quick.
Oh,
Only
oh.
third.
These would reveal more of the normal-looking mummies.
Oh, okay.
And on the
None
last one,
None of them
as I
seem
pop
to be
it.
getting up. They're just kind of buried here.
On the last one, as I pop it, I'm grabbing Vlad and hold him in front of me.
No! You have that maneuver. I think you can pull it off.
Yep, bait and switch. And I'll add the AC to me.
Oh, hey!
Vlad is now offering you cover from the mummy corpse. But yeah,
This is for
luckily,
the crotch
these-
rot threats.
Yeah, these mummies don't seem to be coming to life.
Oh, god damn it!
Oh, jeez. Did you actually hit him with the mace?
No,
No,
that
no,
wasn't.
we
I
just
clicked that
switched
trying to change the
positions.
name.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't. I was just joking around.
Did
I
you
think
clear out?
Yeah, way
all the
earlier.
Strahd?
Yeah, separate situations.
And do
Yeah,
we set him
so-
on fire?
Do we set them on fire?
Yeah, I assume you would burn them.
Okay.
Does doing that
Burn,
allow us to
baby,
cast
burn.
spells again?
It seems like this area is still under the effects. It doesn't. Doesn't.
Okay,
go away.
something's weird. There has to be a source for this this curse down the land. I mean, the land itself is cursed, but this is specific.
Unless we can knock them down. I don't know.
All right. So, which one looked like the most important dude that we burnt up?
Well, the
Go in the
two
face,
that you
yes, the two
burned
priests?
had the had more of yeah, they had the amulets on them, but otherwise they all just look like mummies that were being left here to preserve.
Can we do we know how to stop this?
Sim says, from what I know, the mummy has to be completely killed, but I don't know what else we would need to do.
Well, its corpse is there, right? So what else do we need to do with it?
Well,
What
it
do you-
is a pile of ash now. So,
He says,
oh god,
maybe
do we have to gather up all of the ashes and take it outside? That would suck. Oh, give me the urn. No, don't give me that.
I might
Give me
need
the
the library to do some research on this, but I don't know of anything else. We've already destroyed the body. If there's a special task that needs doing, I would have to look into it. I'm sorry, my friends.
Oof. Well, we got Titus here of the short stack, and so why don't we mosey on out of here?
At least we had saved one of them. And
Yes.
we
Oh wait,
have,
we don't need mosey. Oh well, we should probably not cast the teleportation in the horrible.
No, definitely not.
But yes, let us take our friend by the non-chest and head up and out. So
all right.
Do you know? Does Sim know how to make a mummy?
Not off the top of his head. You have
Okay.
to research it. You don't have to actually move the party token out. I'll say that you leave the area. So you come back out of the caves.
We decided we didn't want to just teleport back.
no, I think we were, but we didn't want to do it while in the horrible headache desecration thing.
It wouldn't cause a headache, but that's fine. It's fine.
Everybody else was fine. Glad just a
All right. So you step outside and
mamby-pamby.
cast teleport.
I mean, I think that would be best with the person being as exhausted as he is. But if someone tells me not to do that, then I won't.
Why are there a bunch of circles on the map?
We
don't
circled
know.
the
Yeah.
ones where we had
with
the
yeah.
Tim got the teleport coordinates.
So we have
Teleportation circle.
coordinates for yeah.
Right. So
all right.
I do know the circle for at Aldrin's Watch, so I can take us straight there with no risk of downside.
All right, go ahead and link teleport
that.
if you're casting it. I mean, it's only
Good
like
God.
a 20-minute walk.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, but
Really?
Titus would have to
Walk?
carry the dude the whole way.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
maybe it's
I
like an
mean-
hour, but yeah, sure.
I thought we
unless
were searching for hours last session.
unless we're gonna do something that requires me to keep my 7th level spell slot, I don't know why we wouldn't just do that.
I mean, if we're going back to Aldrin's
Hmm.
Watch, then we
Right.
need to rest. I mean, let's just
Yeah,
do
because
it.
we're gonna take a rest anyway.
'Cause
it's
remember,
almost like, what,
We did
9
not
or something
know
at
we
night
were
now?
going. We didn't know we were going on this expedition when we got to Aldrin's Watch, which is why Beryl used all her spell slots before we went to the cave with the mummies.
True.
That is so true. Yes.
But
So
I just
rest
been
is
digging
in
for my
order.
nose
Now,
since
so
I
look
picked up
right
all that
at it.
stuff.
All right, so yeah, you would poof back to Aldrin's Watch, appearing at the teleportation circle.
Oh, should we
Do they
have
have guards there
Sim-
now?
Should we have Sim do this greater restoration on Titus before we go into the fort, just in case? Or I guess we're already in. Yeah, so never mind.
A little late.
Yeah.
Wait, is this
And
the right
slowly
one?
Titus turns into the new BBEG.
Oh no, this is the wrong floor.
You know, I have that character I was wanting to have you play.
Alright, so yeah, you are standing in the teleportation circle.
Is there a guard?
Yeah, there are a couple of guards who are a little freaked out when you first appear, but then see it's just
Friendly,
you and
friendly. We are
relax.
friendly. Friendly.
So,
Look, we brought a friend.
Welcome
Throw the
back.
body at one of them.
So
Take this.
they see their wounded companion and immediately run over and say, he needs some healing, and I'll say like they take him out of there to go get some help. What do you
Okay.
all want to do?
Why don't we leave him why don't we leave a little care package for the horribly cursed poor like guy who scouted out the mummies?
Is he cursed still, or does he just need rest?
I don't know.
He is exhausted. You don't know how cursed he is or if he's cursed.
Well,
I
we
So I was
should
assume
maybe-
they have,
give him some of the money.
You would assume they have people to look at him.
Okay.
I was saying give him some of the money because that was kind of like he had the shitty time. Like three
Well,
of his friends are
didn't we, if I remember correctly, we tried to split the vault here with the Midnight Fire.
No, that was
and
with
they
the
were
that
like,
was with the administration. I'm talking about the just to
true.
the scout himself.
All right, yeah, we can slip some stuff in his pocket. How much do you want me to subtract?
I
1,200
have
platinum.
no way of actually ascertaining what money is worth here. So
You want to do like 5
Fair.
platinum or more? What do you guys think?
I think we saved his life. That's enough. I don't care how much money you give him, but I mean, I don't think he's going to be too worried about it.
for the the trauma.
Well,
Nice
and
tip
keep in
for the
mind,
trauma.
I think that the pale, we've got quite a bit of pale treasure, and the pale treasure is only good in the Shadowfell. So if we feel like giving it to someone, then it might be good later when we come back. We've got someone who's like a super ally.
Really thinks we're awesome.
You
Yes,
could donate
that
it
sounds
to one of
great.
the factions for sure.
I have
Yeah.
no problem.
Well, no,
You could
we're
give
gonna
him
specifically
every
donate it
ounce
to
of your
that
gold,
guy.
and I would not
No,
care.
yeah, we're donated to that soldier and his family.
Yeah, that's specifically
How
to
much,
that
guys?
guy.
How much do you
And
want me
he
to
can
subtract,
give
guys?
it to his comrade's buddy's family if he wants to, but
Oh,
he
that's
makes the
true.
call.
Let's give him a bunch because he knows the ones that were lost too. So he might help their families as well.
So just to judge things, like let's say if you were a peasant and you wanted to live for a year, how much would that cost?
It costs a peasant about a silver piece a day to live.
Gold is big money for peasants.
So like
Wow.
So
4
platinum
gold
is
would be like a
insane.
would be like a year of not having to labor if you were just
Yeah, peasants live
a lowly.
at the poor rate, which is a silver piece upkeep a day.
Okay.
I mean, living an adventurer. Adventurers usually spend about a gold a day living, but yeah, like
Yeah,
peasants
they're
and
like-
poor
yeah.
people are like a silver piece. 1/10.
All right, I'm gonna
Um,
give him 30 platinum.
All right.
Oh
He can-
Jesus Christ! Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
It's like peanuts to us. Like, I mean, we already
That is
have
true.
money.
He is
and-
he's a specialist. He's a scout. So, but 30 platinum is still a lot of money. That's like 300 gold, which is enough to buy a couple of houses.
Well,
And write him a
also,
little note saying this is for him and the memorial to his buddies.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing
Specifically,
is
not to give to his bosses, but for him
right,
personally.
right. Well, and since he was specific about us bringing back his fallen comrade to take the course back to the family, like I feel like he's likely to share at least some of the wealth, with the fallen comrades. Yeah.
He
I
seems
feel
like
more
a
right
good
about.
guy for someone who was like bleeding out. Of
If
the
we're gonna
eyes.
give someone
Right.
money, why don't we give the dead guy's family money? I'm just throwing that out there.
What'd you
Why?
say?
If we're gonna give anyone money, let's give the dead guy's family money.
Well, that's why we're
Well,
giving it to this
because we
guy
don't
who
want to actually
cared
have
about
to
the
go
dead
to the
guy.
funeral because that's very morbid and it's
Well,
slow and I don't have
this
formal
guy-
clothing.
This guy cared about the dead guy. He made that clear, and that's why we're assuming this money is for the fallen ones' families as well. That's why we're giving so much.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, we don't know for sure that he's gonna like share it equally or whatever. But we're trusting. We don't know these people. We're just.
I'm gonna.
We already
Can I do
went,
it?
recovered the body, and saved the person. We've done more than enough. You guys
Yeah.
are more than welcome to make this decision.
Right. These coins are pittance to us. So let's just do it, and hopefully he shares it. And he showed remorse for the guy, so we're trusting him to.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you
Sounds
slipped 30 platinum into his backpack or something.
Can I do an insight
With a
check
note.
to see if I think he's actually going to spend it for good purposes, for the purposes we want?
The guy who was laying on the floor dying. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't talk to him that much, so it's kind of hard to.
But he did say,
Uh,
"Bring my comrade."
Legend lore. You know
but
everything about him.
You,
As the-
no, he's not legendary. You can,
He's
As his
not
allies
legend.
carry him
Not
out, they
yet,
take
at
his
least.
backpack and take
I
the
mean,
platinum.
yeah, you would. I mean, observing him for a little while, you think that he, because like the first thing he did was point to the body of his friend, so you think that he is probably gonna help them out if he can, or their families. I mean, Zoe
Alright.
didn't know for sure because like you didn't have a conversation with him, but that would be your guess.
Oh, and before we go, I go, hey, buddy, what's your name?
The dying guy?
Yeah, the guy.
Not anymore. He's gonna survive.
He's
Stop
survive.
calling him dying.
Well, he's still like feeling very crappy. What's his name? Let me see.
This is the most evil thing to do to your dungeon master is
I have
like,
it in
hey,
my
what's the
notes
random
right here.
NPC? What's his name?
He says, "My name is Ufri."
Ufri.
Oof.
You're a good man, Ufri.
Ufri, the scout.
New free the scout. Now you have to make a character sheet for him, Lou, because at some
I'm gonna
point
be,
we're gonna.
I'm gonna
want
be
that name
checking up.
again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be checking up on Ufri 100%.
He's already in the journal.
Good. Good to know. All right.
Hey,
So I
Sim.
assume that we're gonna rest here, right, guys?
Oh, we could rest in our keep. Or like extra dimensional.
I don't want to
hall.
go any further before I Sim. I know I was playing tough there, but I really feel like something slapped me in the face when I grabbed this dagger. I don't know if you can do anything about it, but it'd be greatly appreciated.
Oh, and I suppose we should like identify things and stuff.
Right. Yeah, that was the other thing I was gonna say.
Sim says, "Yes, I can look into this."
Thank you.
Oofree. Ah.
Oh my
As,
god, he does exist.
He exists.
That's hilarious.
As Sim says this, Titus, you would hear a laughter in your mind, and a voice says, "You shall not be rid of me, Titus. I am here."
Oh
now."
God. Val. you
Wait,
see
but
what you-
how different is that?
Not Val,
than-
sorry,
than
Vlad.
Titus's
You see what you've
normal
done?
state? That's what I want to know. And it's like,
As I hear this, I think to myself, no different than the other voices I hear.
Just another voice. Just another one to add to the-
Oh, there's a new one. Oh, there's a new voice. Oh.
there's a new one. Yeah,
The new one.
God.
Alright, so you're
so-
identifying stuff.
Sure.
Or is,
Before we go to bed, I don't know.
Wait, so I still have the curse? Just to clarify.
Wait,
So if you
greater restoration.
get him to do greater restoration, he says you should be cleared of the curse now.
Mhm.
He says that, but how do I
Then, you
how do I
hear in your
feel?
mind.
Okay, so I still have the curse. Got it. All right,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to write
gosh.
down exactly what.
Do you
this does.
tell us about this?
Gods, no.
Okay. All right. Well, then we're gonna all assume you're good. You're
Titus is kind of crazy. He's like,
fine.
So, Titus, your junk okay? Just checking.
I look.
it's a very personal question.
Yeah, I
mean,
look at it.
Given
look at
recent
it.
events and
It seems
conversations,
all right.
it kind of works, though.
Seems fine.
Does he
Seems
seem
okay.
like he's evading the question about his junk?
I mean, did you actually go ask him if his junk is okay? I thought
Yeah.
you were kidding.
I don't know.
Vlad, I'm gonna look Vlad in the eye and say, "There's no way for you to help me find out if it's okay. I'll let you know in the morning.
That's true.
Fair
Good luck.
answer.
Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Not the person you want to assist you in examining
No.
your junk.
Yeah.
Nope. I'll leave that to Beryl. See you later.
No, wait a second. What?
Suddenly got a little awkward. So is someone identifying stuff? It seems like
Yes,
Titus is
how many
not
times can
mentioning
I
it
will-
with
identify
voice.
I think it's
before
Sim and
meeting is
Val.
up?
Yeah, I'll identify as well, so we can
All
do it
right.
twice as fast.
So
So, Civil would check in on you just to make sure everything went okay. I assume you're telling him about finding his scouts dead.
Yeah.
About
Yes,
the
and
mummies, yes.
And the
Sorry,
mummies
we-
and everything.
we need holy men to go and like re-sanctify or something.
Oh,
The
yeah.
word said I don't
get
know
you
all
some
of the
hallow
words.
spells out there.
Because
He
there is
nods.
still a mummy thing going on over there that needs to be gotten rid of. So
Says, are we sure this cave is safe now? Can I send people in? Or is it still
no,
dangerous?
there's
not
no
Sure.
bodies there, but yeah.
The ground is still desecrated, though, right?
He says, I'll have to have some people look into this.
But-
You've already
yes,
done
we-
more than enough to help us. Thank you.
Yeah,
This is our
yeah, you
problem now.
definitely need an old priest and a young priest. Just saying.
Says
I don't think that's how it works.
very specific, but
How does that?
Again, it's those movies that we elves used to watch all the time.
ah. Says, wait, I'm an elf. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Must be a high elf
perhaps. Yes.
thing. But
Theatrical performances, you mean?
yeah, maybe. He says, well, I'll have my people look into this. I'm just glad you could save one of them. And I will do funeral rites for the others that were lost. You brought their bodies back, right? The two you found.
Yes.
The ones we found, yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to remove them from the inventory now.
Yeah, that's fine. They would have taken them. All right, identify. So he would again thank you and just.
And we
leave.
left Anna Kate. We took Anna Kate's preserved corpse and put it in the Twilight Sanctuary, right? Because I still
Sure,
have
the
that
reason
in
why
the
we're here is
inventory.
to do
I
that.
thought.
The reason why we're here is to do that.
Well,
Oh, okay.
Anna Kate, wasn't she already at the Twilight Sanctuary? I thought you found her in the mirror there.
Well, we
No,
found
no,
her soul.
that was
in the
her
mirror, but
soul,
her
right.
corpse-
Oh,
Yeah.
her
We had
body.
originally-
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's fine.
we need to transport the mirror.
I believe
did that, though.
transfer them right
That-
away
I
because
think
it
we
was
did
a
both
fast
of
thing to
those
do.
things.
Did
Yeah.
I do that?
We did
That-
that.
that-
Oh no,
you
that's right.
did,
We did do that.
That's done. Yeah, I have
That's
that
right.
in my
We
I
just-
was
we
just
haven't
checking
finished.
because I didn't remove her corpse from the inventory, but I'm pretty sure we moved her. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You could put.
And
her
I
into
remember
the,
moving the mirror. Yeah.
You could put her into the inventory of your base.
Oh, that's a good point. Let me go find that. Strongholds. Yeah.
All right. So you're identifying which thing first? What
Dagger.
description am I pulling up first? All right. So the
The
dagger is indeed a dagger of warning. Do you
Ooh,
want
yay.
to do what next? What am I doing?
There were 3 scrolls. I don't think they require.
Yeah, I'll
Inventory,
identify
yeah.
the mace while he's identifying the
okay.
All
dagger.
right, the mace.
We got the weapons out of the way.
Got the name of this thing. Yeah, I would pass up the mace that P had invited.
All right, let me hold that up. So that was this one. Oh, it does have a picture. Okay.
Ooh. Oh God.
Ooh,
It
Jesus.
looks like it's looking at me.
mace of tear.
I know, right? Everywhere you go, it just the eyes. Just everywhere.
Yep, it's a pretty good one. That
God bless.
is that one. Now the scrolls, you could probably just pop open and take a look as long as they're not cursed.
Cool.
Well, would detect magic detect whether if there was like a curse on it, or
think you
No,
just detect what type of
generally,
magic.
if there's a cursed scroll, like that sort of magic would be hidden.
seems unfortunate.
You
right,
could-
well,
if it showed
if
up
you
as
want to,
necromantic,
so if you let me
could
here,
be.
let me double check something. Just ask the internet.
Anybody wants this mace, just let me know.
Well, we can drop it in the bag or whatever and just hold it for
It
trades
looks-
and
it
stuff
looks
later
very
if you don't want it.
I'm
It's,
trying to decide whether I want it or not. It's pretty
I mean, you
sweet,
can carry it for now, just as long as you remember that it's in your inventory.
but I just got the
otherwise-
weapon of warning, and I kind of want that for advantage on initiative, because
Okay.
my initiative always
If
sucks.
you want, we can drop the mace into the bag of holding. That's fine. Just let me know if you want me to record it.
we can put it next to the golems and have them like observe it.
I'm just gonna hang on to it for now
Okay.
while I decide.
Because I'm not
How
sure
many
that.
weapons are you carrying right now?
I've got a lot of weapons on me. I look like a walking.
Arsenal?
Yeah.
I think if you want to be cautious, you can identify scrolls, and sometimes that'll reveal curses. But yeah, it'll take a really long time to identify them all.
Oh, there's
well,
only 3.
I will. I'll
Or were
just
there
read
more?
them.
All right, you're just reading them.
I'm much too curious.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the first scroll is
Random table. Go.
I just want to ignore this initiative roll. I just want to see if I did this right. Nope.
The first scroll is the spell Friends, which is a common scroll. The second scroll.
Cantrip.
Here, Vlad. This one has your name.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
Oh,
The second
nice.
scroll is a scroll of magic missile.
Do I already have magic missile? I think I do.
Uh,
I do.
sounds like
yes.
something you'd have.
Yeah.
Is there
I'll-
anyone else that can cast that?
Me, Sim, Val. Yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, I mean,
But
if you've
you can
already
keep
got it,
going, Val.
if you've already got it scribed, it's still not a bad thing to have on hand for like when you're out of spell slots and stuff. So.
Of course.
And the third scroll is a spell scroll of compulsion, which is a
Ooh.
rare spell.
Compulsion. I like that.
All right. As for the potions, let's see. What did I say? There were 4 potions.
Looks like compulsion is Bard, Order Domain, and Oath of Glory.
I can't even cast that. Huh.
I can put it in the bag for now if you guys want.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So the potions. There is a potion of heroism. Nice.
Nice.
Potion of healing. Potion of healing. Potion of healing. Okay, so 3 potions of healing, a heroism, and a potion of fire breath.
I would vote that Titus should hang on to the potion of heroism.
That's a neat one.
Yeah, especially when you don't have someone having to concentrate on it.
I don't know what it does.
So you would consume it, and then for I don't know if it's like a minute or however long, but you'd get temp HP every round or something. How does that work when? Because isn't the temp HP based on the caster's stats? But it's a potion, so how does that work?
I can
Space.
look it up on the
But it's a spell that would normally require the caster to concentrate to keep it on you. So since this is a potion, just save it for.
Let's see. For 1 hour
battles.
after drinking, you gain 10
Alright.
temporary hit points that last
A
for
whole
an
hour.
Yep.
For the same
Yeah.
duration, you are under the effect of the bless spell. No concentration required.
Oh, I thought heroism gave you hit points every turn, but it's just
That's
once.
I think the spell, the potion are different.
Yeah,
Alright.
they're a little
Okay.
different.
I see. Okay,
Um,
but still, bless without someone concentrating on it could be really valuable in certain
that's-
It could
battles.
be super snazzy.
The next
Actually,
boss fight, I'm gonna be pretty
If
stoked.
it's more like a bless than the normal heroism, then that could be really valuable for some of our casters too, to have that plus D4 on their cast.
Yeah, for
I'm all
for
for
Val,
whoever taking it. Just let me
that would
know
be
if I
really
should have
good.
it or not.
Yeah, sorry, Titus. It's a little different than the spell heroism.
That's all right. I'm I'm perfectly fine not taking it. I've
Let's
got
give
quite
it
a few things.
to-
to
Yeah,
feel-
let's give it to the ones who do 3 or 6 spell attack rolls in one turn to get that bless on all those attack rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good too. I was thinking Val
Everything
just
okay?
because Val ends up having to do the
Oh, I heard
saving
some
throws a
yelling.
lot.
Sorry.
I thought.
I think it's
that's
good for anyone. So yeah, if you guys want it, just say so.
Well, I got a pretty solid bonus to my attack rolls, so
I have a
I'm
good
alright.
bonus. I think we should give it to wrong accent. I think we should give it to Val because Val gets hit with weird things a lot. No offense, Val.
and Val throws out some pretty powerful ass
Yeah.
shit that
Do it.
He does.
we
he
definitely
does.
want to hit when he throws it. Or they
Alright.
Like lifting
They throw
a mummy lord into the sky to get zapped is pretty good.
That
and they throw it.
I would point out some of my more powerful spells require the target to make saves, but it certainly would benefit
Just-
me on my favorite spell, Crown of Stars.
There you go.
I'm all for you taking it. I don't
yeah,
think
just use it strategically. You'll know when it's a good time. Yeah.
I just I put the point end of the stick into people. I don't know if I should be the one that has
I
that.
just kept thinking all the times you get hit with fireballs and stuff. So
I do tend to
All right.
get hit with fireballs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much I run into their face. They seem to shoot over my shoulder at you. So
yeah, what's up with that? What's
I don't know. I'm starting to get a complex. Like they can't even see me. It's really, really.
Well, you certainly got beat up a lot last fight. So you did take quite a few hits. In the
So
mummy layer,
is-
I mean.
Is there anyone
I'm on the
who does not have any potions of healing in their inventory?
I don't think I do. Let me double check in a
let
second.
me
I'm making a
see.
drink.
I have one greater healing potion.
So Titus, I think you should take 2 of these.
Just give me 1
These-
second to double check before I.
Yeah, because Barrel's got 1 regular and 1 greater. And I think you being frontline, it makes sense for us to stack you up with some.
But I
In
also
fact-
have
you're
second
good.
wind.
You're good, right, Corvin?
Oh, I have a greater healing, but 1 potion of greater healing.
All right, Barrel's actually going to give Titus. I have a potion of greater healing in my inventory. I'm going to give that to Titus.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just
And then
add-
also Titus take a regular.
The extra
And then we have-
stamina from a healing potion can be invaluable in a battle, but it does take a while to drink, Sim would say. Often more valuable outside of combat for healing.
I've often wondered if some of the people I see at the bars who do the chug thing are just like experts at taking healing potions.
Yeah,
Like
I would
they've trained
would-
themselves.
I would say I'd rather someone else, one of you guys, have it, because I want the caster to stay on the feet, because you guys can heal me. I want to spend my turn getting punched and punching
But
back.
what if you're in a situation where we can't get to you? Let's definitely keep 1.
He says
Yeah, I'll-
the
hang
more
on.
powerful healing potions are better for use while fighting, but the smaller ones are better outside of the fighting.
All right, keep the greater that I took out of Barrow's inventory, Titus, on you for emergencies. Keep it on your belt so it's easy to grab during
and to
combat.
bring people back from the brink.
All right.
And then Barrel still has 1 regular, so who doesn't have 1? Does Sim have any of it in his inventory?
Well, will you, after you get rid of that regular, will you have any on you?
Well, I gave you the greater from Beryl's inventory, so Beryl still has a regular, and we have 3 new regulars that we just found to pass
You
out.
should keep at least one, because worst comes to worst, like
But don't forget,
Say it-
Beryl has healing feet and healing spells.
it's not
and
for you to use. It's
Staff of
for if
healing.
you go down and then someone like
Oh,
me we're in a big fight. Say I use my potions and you go down, and now I have no way of bringing you up. I could search you and grab that potion.
well,
If
Beryl
it
does
makes you
have
feel
one on her
better-
belt. Beryl has one on her belt now.
Yeah, I'm just saying keep one just in case, because I
Yeah,
can't.
she does. Yeah,
In a real bad situation, I can't bring anyone back from the brink.
gotcha.
Well,
No, you
couldn't
keep the
just pull it
greater.
off your belt to give to her?
Well, I'm saying like if I burn through mine, say we're
Oh,
getting
I
our
see what
shit
you're
kicked.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beryl's
I'm
good.
gonna
Beryl's
use
got
mine.
one on her belt, and you've got the greater now.
Yeah.
And who else? I think a couple people said they had one or two.
I have a greater, so I'm good. And Corvin, you're good too, right?
Yes.
Val, do you have any?
I have. No.
All right,
Oh,
Val, take
well, there
one.
you
Oh,
go.
no, I'm sorry. I have 1 greater healing.
Oh, you have a greater.
Okay.
Okay. So, and what
And
about Sim?
Sim.
Does Sim have any?
Let me see. Do I have?
He should.
Sim usually does a pretty good job about staying out of the main combat, so I'd be okay with putting all 3 of these in his inventory.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Sim's.
Because he's good
very
about
good at-
getting to people when and being
And he does
very
bounce,
utility,
and he does bounce around Sim. You do bounce around the battlefield a lot. You got that
Yeah.
whole like teleport thing going down. So
Yes, I am very mobile. What does he have? Healing potions. There's a lot of sigils. He has a greater healing potions. Sigil sequences. I don't even remember what these are. But yeah, he does have 1 greater healing potion.
Let's give him. What do you guys think? 2 of these?
give
Potion
him
of
all
healing?
3 of the minor
All 3?
healing things.
All
So
right,
yeah.
3. Lou, could you add 3 potions of healing to his inventory?
Sure.
Because I think he's the most mobile of us, and I think it's good that all of us have one.
He's
on
very
us, but
strategic.
yeah, he's pretty good.
So you gave him 3, you said?
3, yeah.
Yes.
And then potion of fire breath. Who doesn't have much in the way of bonus actions? This is kind of fun if you don't normally have bonus actions. Or if you're in melee, because then you can use this as your bonus action in melee. I don't know.
Hey, quick question. If you take this and you turn into a giant scorpion, does your scorpion go
Yes.
with breath?
Yes, this would
Well,
give
then that
me.
solves the
This
problem
would
for
give
me. I
me
don't
a
know about
bonus
you.
action in wild shape. Oh gosh, that would be fun.
I thought those
Yeah,
were an
so
action
I think
to
that
use.
solves the problem right there. So boom.
Oh, it's an
I-
action to use it, but to activate.
Well,
the
to
fire
drink it.
breath.
It's meant to drink it, but it lasts.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
after that, it would give me.
That's the coolest.
Like,
That's I love that.
We need a fire-breathing flying scorpion. That's
I
what we
can't
need.
wait for that. I
Well,
can't
we
wait.
need we need Sim for the flying part, but
By our
And then we need
powers
this cat
combined.
enlarge.
Either way,
All right,
that's
Beryl
gonna be
takes
so
the
cool.
potion of fire breath. All right, thank you guys. That should be fun.
Well,
Alright.
I'm so excited for that. I thought it was an action to use, so I was like,
Well,
that
to
seems
drink
like it's.
it.
To
No,
drink
but I
it,
mean,
it
like-
Drink it,
is.
but it's a
No.
bonus to breathe
It makes
fire.
it
fire.
sweet that it's a bonus
Yeah.
action to breathe the fire. I thought the spell, because my other character, I was reading the spell just because, and it says it's an action to breathe the fire.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I
Oh.
thought that's what it was.
No. Like potions are cool, man. If you can get the
Yeah,
stuff
that's
to
so
make
kick
potions,
ass.
awesome.
That's so cool.
All right.
I'm
are
real
we
excited
ready
to see that.
to try to pass the
Um,
evening.
I think there is that statuette of a sphinx. Was that something that needed to be identified, or do we just think that's an art object?
we got the time,
you're-
is
I
what I
mean,
think
you're
that-
pretty sure it's an art object.
Okay. And then
It doesn't have a magical aura.
there were religious components that we didn't count when we were shoving them into the bag. Into the
There
hole.
were 1,000 gold pieces of urns and religious components.
1,000. Wow. All right. And then there was various essences.
Yeah, upon closer inspection, actually, you would probably need alchemy to identify these. If anyone
Beryl has
that.
alchemy.
All right, give me an alchemy check.
Is there anyone else who'd like to work with on this?
I'm always willing to
I can
help. I
sorry,
don't know anything about
guidance,
it.
but
No, I just didn't want to like do it alone if y'all
So-
wanted in on it.
These are a mixture of undead essences. At this point, they're useless for crafting, but they can be turned into religious components. There's about another 500 worth of the essences.
Okay. So they're not for crafting, but okay, various undead
Yeah.
essences.
I think you can just write it off as just 500 religious components.
Well, no, because you have to convert.
No, they
them,
have to be refined.
which would
yeah.
take some of that value
Oh.
away, depending
Oh.
on how well you
Can
rolled.
be refined into religious. Okay.
Yeah, that would take you like an hour to do. You just need to use your little chemistry set. But
Yep.
anyway,
All right.
anything else?
I think I do actually. I do have some unidentified stuff in the inventory, but some of it is kind of old.
Do you have a session when you say old, or
Let me see here.
Oh, huh.
Orchard's armor, holy symbols of the Raven Queen ×3 from the 84th of Autumn, a moon touch short sword found by Corvin and Vlad 80th of Autumn while exploring.
well, moon-touched weapons are just weapons that glow, I believe.
Okay.
Those are already identified.
Orchard's bow, and then a holy symbol. Oh, this one's really old. This is the holy symbol that we got from the Bodak encampment, and then Sorelia took it, but then she returned and gave it to us, saying that the Raven Queen had instructed her to help us against the Shadow Lords, and then she disappeared in the fight against Malik. So yeah, we've never identified it. So I just had
Oh,
those marked
really?
as unidentified.
I actually
yeah.
know what that one is because I remember
Yeah, we never identified it.
that.
We got it from the Bodax, and we handed it
that's
over
a
to Sorelia.
blast from the past, right there.
Yeah, and then she brought it back to us, but then we went and fought Malik without ever
I
identifying.
was
it.
actually kind of surprised that she never looked into what that was. Wait, didn't what's his face take that?
I don't know who.
Who was it? The one who was the follower of the Raven Queen, the player
Nikolai?
Nikolai, yeah. Did he
If
not
you want to
take
say
that?
he took it, if you want to say he took it, we can. It's been in the inventory all the time.
I think
but-
he did
but yeah.
take that. I think that might be a duplicate because she
Okay.
had meant to give that to him. So we may have just
All
been
right.
recording that for posterity.
And he was with us for that battle, so that might make sense.
Yeah.
You know, after she joined us. Okay, yeah. I'll
and
follow
all
it now.
all the other holy symbols are probably non-magical. If
Okay,
yeah,
so they're just more art objects or useful as a focus kind of thing.
Moon-touched weapons. Here, I can show you what those do.
Well, I know what they do. This one we had never identified, so I didn't know if it was something that. Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't know if there was anything extra. Although it's funny that because I have it recorded as a moon touch short sword +1 masterwork, so maybe we did identify it. I don't know, but I had marked it as unidentified.
It sheds light in a 15-foot radius. So yeah, it's a +1 sword that sheds light, basically.
Okay, that one's
It's
boring.
a
All
little
right.
bit more. Most moon touched aren't plus, so it's a little bit more valuable than a normal one. But yeah.
Gotcha. And then the Orchard's armor and bow were the only other things that I had in the inventory that we just never we weren't thinking about identifying things when they went in, so they're just in there.
Well, Orchard actually did have some magical stuff.
We never found his sword. His sword was really cool, but we never found his sword.
Yeah, that's
I mean, his
because dude
his
took
sword
it.
looked really cool. Yeah, we just didn't find it once we.
It's 'cause
Good
the,
question.
The guy took it. But I can tell you what his
Off
stuff does
topic.
now. Yeah.
Is Shadow Strider attunement? I feel like it should be.
Yes.
Yes. It is.
Okay. All right. Well, then I can't even attune to that weapon of fucking warning. I just realized that.
No.
So
You're out of
you
slots.
you can change your attunements on a short rest as part of a short rest.
I know.
you can
I
switch
don't
them.
want. I want to get to know Shadow Strider.
You know what? The weapon of warning, actually, it's having one in a party is very beneficial for the whole party. So we could just
Yeah.
pass that
Give it
around.
to
Anyone who
someone
has,
else. Yeah.
anyone who has a spare slot.
Yeah, I
let's
would offer
have
it
them
up.
hang on to it. Yeah.
And I would
am-
throw the mace in the hole because I don't want to give up. I like the. I want to. I'm excited about Shadow Strider only because of what I've gleaned from like above board everybody else. So I kind of wanna get to know the weapon.
Remind me what the mace was.
Wait, Mace of Terror. It
That's
casts
right.
the fear spell.
Mace of
If you're putting it in the hole, I just wanted to make sure I recorded it. So.
I can
All right,
keep
got
it on me for simplicity if you want, but I'd throw it in the hole.
If you're not going to use it, let's put it in here because that makes it
Okay.
easier for the other party members to be like, what do we have? Let's give this to this NPC and
And
that to that, yeah.
And if someone in the party is going to use Shadow Strider, because I'm not going to attack with them, but if someone's going to use them, I'm more than happy to give them up and take the dagger warning. But I just like if no one's going to use Shadow Strider, I want to hang on to it because
Okay.
I don't know. I think
does-
it's
Hey,
cool.
Val, do you have an open attunement?
I do have 2 open attunement slots.
Do you want Shadow Strider back?
I can't do anything with it other than
Can't
use it as a sword.
Oh, okay.
You can't communicate with it. I mean, it would allow you to shadow step, but
No, you told me it wouldn't.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't like
yeah,
him.
Never mind. That's right. Yeah, it didn't like you.
It doesn't like
You're
me.
too lawful.
It's not allowing me to do
I'm
anything.
not lawful.
Yet. I haven't gotten to know
Neutral.
But
You're not
Val
chaotic
could
enough.
use your ceremonial dagger.
it.
I'm just saying, Val could use your ceremonial dagger.
Val can take it. If Val wants to use it, Val's more than happy to have the dagger.
Okay.
Or more than welcome to have the dagger.
All right, so Val's got the dagger, so I will not record it, but I'm going to record the mace for now until we decide, because we might be able to equip an NPC or something with that at some point, or trade it when we find someone with magic items that we're trying to bargain for.
So did I tell you what Orcard's armor was at all?
You did not. You said it
So
looked cool.
It is plate
I
armor.
recorded it as cool armor.
It's plate mail. If you identify it, it is plate mail of cold resist. As for his bow,
It's not mithril, is it?
no, it's just cold resist plate mail.
Okay.
And his bow is a longbow +1.
Okay. Not nearly as cool as his sword probably was, but still cool.
Are we just throwing that in the hole too?
I mean, it's been in the hole already. We just now identified it.
I'm
So-
gonna. If no one's got any qualms with that, because I have a longbow that I don't really use. Well, I can
Yeah.
fly now, so I'm never gonna use it. Never mind. I don't need
Okay.
it. I can. I forgot I have the
Well,
wing boot.
no, we'll hang on to it for now. And yeah, like anyone who sees a good use for it, let me know. And yeah, we can
Right.
adjust it.
I'm
yeah.
fine with the regular longbow I have because the wing boots. I'm gonna do everything I can to get up close and personal. I was just thinking like if I can't reach somebody.
All right. Anything else, or can I pass the evening?
When we separate,
Yes,
I have a
right
couple
before
things
we
I
go
want
to
to do.
bed, I wish to give Beryl a very tasty snack for her werevin.
Oh yeah, I would definitely
Oh,
go
yeah.
visit the wyvern. Yeah.
Something with a lot
Sure.
of umami on it, like really, really rich, meaty flavor. Just
Okay. Yeah.
Did we have enough
Tasty
time after
wyverns.
returning? Did we have enough time after returning from this mission to spend any downtime or?
Well, I think you went on this mission late in the evening, so you'd
Oh,
already
okay.
used the day for
I think
downtime,
we
'cause it's
killed the mummies at
8:30
8
PM.
o'clock.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's
Yeah.
8:30
Okay.
right now.
All right, yeah. Then
So
I would visit the wyvern, but wouldn't get any more training time in. So
Yeah. All right, so you can all spend a short rest. You don't have to worry about food or upkeep here.
Short rest or
rest?
long
Oh,
rest?
sorry, long rest.
Okay.
Before the night was up, I was a couple of things I would want to do personally.
Okay. What do you?
One
gonna
would be in my head. I'd be like, Nefertiti, you there? What is this? Am I rid of you? Because that voice would have fucked with me hard. So I would have just been trying to get that thing to speak to me.
get what to speak to you?
The mummy that spoke
Oh.
in my head, the curse.
If you what did you call it? Nefertiti?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just another,
like
just
fucking
another
insulting
mummy
as
I
all
know.
You would just
Not
hear
That was
even
more
Chad.
for a joke.
you would just hear a laughter, but it does not respond to you.
Not
Great.
cool,
Well,
dude.
he's jovial.
All right.
That's very, very jovial.
Is it a belly laugh or is it an evil villain laugh?
It's more of an evil villain laugh.
We don't have to be enemies. And then I'd pull out Shadow Strider, attempt number 2. So I would just hold it and be like, from what
give
I've
me-
heard, you talk.
Give me a what would it be? I'll say give me a charisma check.
Oh, all right, cool. Something I'm really
Oh my
good at.
god! I want there to be a mental fight in his head. That's what I want. I want there to be like voices, like duking it out.
So when you think to Shadow Strider, you instead of nothing this time you start hearing whispers of gibberish.
Oh, no.
Which, yeah, don't make much sense to you. Maybe like almost like as if someone was speaking to you in like a whispered language that you don't understand.
I'd
Like
be sitting
Elden.
there and go, of course this sword is in Elvish. I'd put it away and go to bed.
My God, damn it. Alright, so you go to sleep. Yeah, anyone else doing anything? Alright, so time has passed. It is morning. Go ahead and do your long rests. You get word that the person you saved
Sim,
is
give
doing...
us our temp.
Yeah, Sim would give you your temp. But you get word that the person you saved is doing much better and is very thankful for you saving him.
Would
He
this
also
deduction my
would
total hit
have...
points be gone?
He also would have... what, your what? Total
I have a
hit point?
deduction to my total hit points, the negative 10. I don't know what
That was from the wraiths. Yes, that would be gone from a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the same thing. Although it was more than
Just want to double
10.
check before I delete it. Yeah.
All right.
But,
Couple of things we might want to think about doing.
Ufri would have sent you back your money. So like the guy gives you like your pouch of platinum. He says,
Oh, man.
"Thank you, but saving my life. You've done way more than you should. He
Aw.
can't take your money."
Oh, he's very honorable. Hmm.
Would have
What
been like,
about-
you
We
have
should
no
think of
idea
some-
how
we should
much
think of
money
some,
we got out of that
something we-
tomb, buddy. You didn't even put a dent in it.
He wasn't in the money tomb. He was in like the creepy stuff tomb. He didn't see the
He
money.
was in the creepy stuff too. Yeah.
We could have buried
There
you
go,
in
a
the
really
platinum.
creepy, like mace.
Yeah, he just saw the creepy mace and he was like, "Ugh, what's that?" But yeah, he would give you back
So
your
we
money.
have a couple of options here. In particular, there's a library here. I think. Is there a library?
Yeah. Well,
Am I imagining that?
there. Let's see. Was there one in this base?
I thought there was.
Let me.
I don't know that it was very thorough, but there might have been one.
Let me check the second floor. Refresh my memory, if I had
Okay.
one. There's definitely a laboratory. Yes.
Yeah,
There's a
laboratory.
very limited library. Not
Okay.
like a huge one, but they did have a collection of books here.
So there is a library here with a laboratory. We could go back to the keep, the
Twilight's Edge, yeah.
keeper guy. I forgot his name. What is his name? It's like it wasn't yesterday.
His
You know,
name
like that we talked to.
what's his name? Tanif, I believe.
Tanya. Yeah, we could go to him because he has a very big library. It's a little older, but it's a very big library. And we could do research there. But the reason I'm asking is because do we want to find out more about the mummy? Or are we just going to write it off as just weirdness and just move on? Because we got
It's
a
very
lot on the
close.
plate. I don't know how
It's very
big our
close to the
plate
fort.
is. It's very close to the
It's-
fort.
We should take care of it if possible. It's a threat.
So, but we need to do research on who and what it is. So we would need to go someplace with very good like research on like old religious things and spiritual stuff. Do you think
This one isn't
the
good enough. Like
the Raven Queen's library would have stuff on that? I'm looking at you, Corbin.
any library could. We could check this one first.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
And do you want to join us, Sim and
Uh,
Val?
yes, I could try to help with the research. I wouldn't say it's one of my strengths, but could not hurt.
I will help.
Because I'll be honest, religious texts tend to make me fall asleep. So, but they'll give it the whirl. So, whatever.
All right.
And Beryl, I have a good plan for you. Go play.
Beryl will go train Wyvern.
Weren't those
Well, I'd like to call that playing better. This sounds like way cooler when you go like I'll go play. I'm just
I would
saying.
offer-
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I'm-
so I've put in 8 hours out of 40 hours to socialize and train the Wyvern, so I will continue that downtime project if you guys are doing these other things.
Sure.
I don't know how much help I'll be, Beryl, but if you'd like any, I'm more than happy to come help you train the
Yes,
Wyvern.
Oh, you can be a
yes.
teething ring.
so you would
But no, it would be good for baby Wyvern to like be accustomed to more tribe members. Yes, let's socialize her more.
Yeah.
Or I
Mechanically
know that it's a
speaking, every 5 days you would make a series of checks to see how well you're doing with that.
Right.
So if you
Would
had
me
is it-
helping give any sort of
it-
advantage to that, or
yes,
like-
so you would get to make some checks as well, and we'd take the higher ones.
nice.
Oh,
But is
I
it
don't have
every 5
anything
days
to
or is
do
it
with
every
that.
40 hours of downtime?
I
'Cause,
mean,
like-
downtime is basically done in days, so it's every
Right,
work
right.
week. So yeah, it would be about 40 hours.
Actually,
Okay,
But
that's
you
why
could-
I have 8 hours towards it, but I like
Just-
that's why I
which
was
is
tracking
1
it.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
right.
have a weird question. Can cooking meals that the Wyvern really likes help?
I don't think so. Mechanically speaking, I know that Xanathar has added some stuff for cooking tools. I don't remember exactly what it gives you.
Well, I mean, it's weird.
I mean,
so I don't know.
wyverns are not. I mean, like cooking good food for humanoids is probably more valuable than for a wyvern. A wyvern,
gotcha.
They're
is,
not
they're,
picky.
They're less
yeah,
picky.
wyvern's like meat, nom 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 nom. Oh, something
They
living, I'll
want
kill it.
volume,
Yeah.
quantity versus quality.
Yeah, they just want to eat a bunch of meat and they murder things, so they don't really care
Gotcha.
how the meat tastes as much. They're not. They don't have a refined palate like more intelligent creatures do.
Gotcha.
But Sim would say, one thing that concerns me, the cave that leads to the castle. If we are going there, I believe it was a desecrated area, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Could there be more danger in the cave?
Oh, do you think they're related?
I don't know, but I remember being very uncomfortable as we went through that cave, and I just worry there might be.
I thought that desecration was because of the guy we beat up.
Well, it didn't go away after we killed him, so I don't know.
Oh.
I worry there could
What
be.
cave do you mean?
The cave that leads to where the old guy is. The one where he found you and was like, your servants of the Raven Queen, and then he brought you to his little keep in the mountains.
We should name that keep. Does it have a formal
that's
name?
where I think you fought the Bone Lord there, right?
Wait a second, which Oh, wait. What?
It was
That was
right
when you
before we
were
got
on the
to
trail of Raylus. You were following Raylus into the cave in the mountains, which was desecrated, and the Bone Lord lair was there.
And that's what led us to the Twilight Sanctuary,
Tanith.
right? To Tanith, yeah.
To Tanith, which then led you to the Twilight Sanctuary.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that cave could be dangerous, is all Sim is saying. We don't know if we could just walk over there, unless we go in through the other side, through the keep. If we take the Midnight Portal.
Well, and there's also the that other prison that was mentioned can be accessed from the midnight.
I thought we assumed that we could get
Portal.
back to his place from the Citadel or whatever.
The Twilight Sanctuary.
Portal. Yeah, through like
Yeah.
the portal, right?
That portal is only open at midnight, if you remember.
No,
So a
well,
very
there's
specific
the
time you can go
teleportation.
through it.
There's the teleportation circle in the Twilight's Edge Sanctuary where we first arrived there, and then we used it to come back to Aldrin's Watch and such. But then there's also a doorway from the prison area into the another prison. Yeah, to another prison.
But that's a different thing.
That we have not yet explored. Yeah, that they told us was there, but we haven't.
I thought I
Yeah,
asked him about that.
At
That it
some
didn't
point
have
we
to
need
be
clear
midnight
up
for us
in
to
the
go
future,
back.
but haven't done yet. And
It's like a side quest
Yeah.
to clear out that area.
I
But
really
yeah,
wanna
the safest way to get back to the keep where the crazy old guy is would be to take the midnight portal, but you'd have to do it at midnight because it's only open for that 1 minute. Because if you remember, the symbol was kind of blurred out on the pillar.
Gotcha.
And you remember that he had told you that gate is only open at the stroke of midnight for 1 minute.
Okay.
so we have at least a whole day here then. Sure.
Let's see if we can find anything out here.
All right.
All right.
So you want to
so
spend a
we got-
day here?
Yes. How many researchers we got going here? Good lord. Let's see.
Well-
Four.
If you don't need me to research, I'd love to keep working on my arcane grimoire.
Oh, how many people are necessary to do the research on the mummy thing?
I
Is that a
mean,
full week thing?
it
Or is it a
probably
cumulative
wouldn't-
successes kind of thing?
So
What's the mummy thing?
the mummy lore. Yeah, like if you had multiple people working on it, I think it would be 5. Well, I mean, I'll say that one is a little bit simpler, so you could probably do it more in like a day of downtime. If
Okay,
it's
'cause-
more like if you can find the books you need.
So, like, if the three of us, if Vlad, the Sim, and Corvin, tried to do it, you would see if we were able to succeed or not, and that would be
Yeah, you
That's
would just
the
all
number of
make
people-
like intelligence checks for research.
okay. That works. Except I am not that smart.
Yeah, research is generally intelligence.
I hope Corvin is smarter than I am.
I think Corvin's pretty smart.
Not really. All my stuff is in expertise.
Oh, okay.
Are you arcane smart or religious smart?
I'll say
Very, but those don't matter.
Oh, that's true.
depending
That's true.
It depends.
because they don't have a card catalog in the library, so it's harder to use investigation on that. Although for this shorter term thing, I'll say you can use your investigation. That's fine.
Investigation, I got religion.
Yeah. So let's see. For downtime today, Beryl, what are you working on? I'll just quickly go through.
Wyvern training.
Okay, so you could put a day towards that. There's no roll yet. Val.
With me helping, does that shorten it up at all? Because would put my focus towards that.
To what, the Wyvern training?
Yeah, to help Beryl do that.
Like I said, if you're
If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm just curious. I'm gonna help either way.
well, what it does is if you put the 5 days when you make the roll, you would both roll, so you could take the higher result.
Oh.
And would it
okay.
help? Would it
Yeah.
help with the Wyvern being familiar and friendly and comfortable with him as much as he is with Beryl? That could be useful for the party.
I mean, it wouldn't give him the ability to command the Wyvern or anything, but it would basically mechanically just give you like if you roll crappy and he rolls like good or okay, then you could replace
We have less
yours.
chance for the Wyvern to go into a rage if
Gotcha.
both of you.
Yeah, less chance
Oh my
you'll
God.
waste a week on it, if
Okay.
that makes sense. Corvin, you're doing research. That is a roll, so give me an investigation. Or religion, either or.
Look at this. Religion sounds funner.
Alright, yeah, look at that. Alright, so luckily there are some books in here that have what you need. which I will copy paste some info for you.
Did you roll a 30 or a 26?
I guess it's only 20. I guess it's 26. I don't get the guidance. I imagine. If I'm allowed to do guidance, I'll do it.
It would be an all-day thing, so guidance wouldn't be doable.
I can guidance all day, but yeah, I get it.
Just stand there, guidance.
Every minute you pause,
Every minute, the
make a
entire
small
day.
prayer.
Guidance.
Yeah, I'm very devout.
Very devout. Very devout.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you some info on the Mummy Lord. I guess I'll use Discord because there's a bunch of stuff.
This
Sure.
wasn't like legend
I'll just,
lore.
I'll just put it
God,
in the
I just
main
realized
chat,
we should have cast legend lore on the
'cause I'm
on the
sure he'll tell
sarcophagus.
you guys
That's
anyway.
expensive. Legend
I
lore is
didn't-
expensive.
I didn't have it prepared,
Oh, okay.
so we could not do that unless we go back.
So the most important parts are paragraphs 3 and on. In the main chat.
Do we currently have the heart in one of the jars we took?
No, you did not see it there. You think you would have remembered that?
Yes. So we'd have to go.
So we have to find a canoptic jar.
Oh,
God
is there
damn.
like a phylactery or something?
Basically,
There's a
Basically,
canoptic jar.
Look at objects. The whole thing. Okay.
So the Mummy Lord didn't seem to. Well, you're guessing it didn't have its heart there. It probably had it someplace else, which would be smart.
Okay.
So yeah, now you're almost positive that the heart is the key to truly destroying that creature.
Would that help with Titus's curse if find heart?
We don't know about that yet.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
as
true.
far-
Never
yeah,
mind. You're
Titus-
right. Never mind. We don't know. that
Titus is
cursed.
playing that
We-
close to the chest.
We think, yeah, we think he's good to go. Sim cured him. We're good.
He's like,
I'm
you
not
know,
telling any of you guys about my new BFF yet.
We're keeping it a secret. What about Titus? What are you doing for the day?
Well, I would have been helping Beryl with
Okay.
Wyvern, and then
All right, you're helping her. And Vlad,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I am doing research on the mummy.
Oh, okay. Well, you you and Corvin would have come up with that. And Val, you said you worked on.
It makes me feel like I should have said something different. Like, can I look up historically places where he would have had tombs or things like that? Are there landmarks
I don't
related
think
to mummies?
you know the mummy's name, unfortunately. But you can. So that sort of thing would be a week. Like that would take a while. So if you want to put a day towards that, I can say. But you would have to probably wait anyway because you wouldn't even know what you're looking for until this
No,
piece. Of
I don't
info
know.
is found.
I don't know shit. So
Yeah. So we'll say
I will
you
do
guys
this.
found
I
that
will
for today.
organize the stuff for someone else to research.
You're card cataloging the small
Card
library.
cataloging. I'm giving them the help action. Like I don't want to. I am not the guy. I am the researcher assistant to the guy.
All right, fair enough.
So can the heart be an unlimited distance from the mummy?
As far as you can tell, and let me just verify, but I don't think it's set a. Obviously, the mummy probably doesn't want to have it too far away in case, like, I mean, I guess if it's found, it's found, but he'd probably want to check up on it to make sure no one had taken it. And obviously,
so-
he can only send it as far as he can go, but. I
Just
don't
make sure it. Yeah, so like going there with locate object spells is probably good enough because that's a close enough distance.
But we can't use locate object spells on stuff we haven't seen, right?
No, that's not
You can just
true.
say, you
Oh,
can just
okay.
say something
Yeah.
close to it.
Oh,
You
just
can
something you know
find-
that exists. Okay. But you
You
have to
just
be in
have to
close
know
proximity.
that you
Yeah.
needed the mummy heart, which you
Gotcha.
didn't know before.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
it is a specific object that you know of, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it can actually be any object of a type.
that's cool. Okay, so it's just the locate
So as
person
long as
that's
there
a little
aren't
more.
multiple
Yeah,
mummy hearts in the area.
Well,
that's true.
locate
But
person.
if there is, I think we're fine with finding them all. So
True.
Yeah, the problem with locate creature is that you can find something of a type of creature, but you find the nearest one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it might not be the one you're looking for.
Gotcha. Okay.
A mummy heart. That's very specific.
I just want to make sure we could go back to like that cave and find it, and not have to go to like 10 different caves, because I just feel like I don't know, like that would.
Considering we set
At
fire
that
to all
point, we
the
could
shit.
just leave.
This is
Considering we
bullshit,
set fire to
mummy.
all of the mummies, I guess that the mummy was actually the mummy lord was pretty smart to have put his heart elsewhere.
If we have to
Well,
like
it
go
was
through
like,
10 caves, we'll just let the mummies take over, and then I'll join that faction.
Corvin,
It's like, I'm sorry,
Which one?
Mario, your mummy is in a different tomb.
Yeah.
Different crypt.
Your heart is in a different crypt, Mario. Mummy.
Oh, you know what? I think I heard a song about this once. Oh, we need to check San Francisco.
Wait, what? I
Left
think
my
that just
heart.
went way over my head.
Lord.
He left his heart in San Francisco.
Oh, that's like a song. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh,
Okay,
don't feel bad.
understand.
There's so many pop culture references that I feel dumb about when people pull them out. But that one, I was like, oh, I know what he's saying.
I
Oh,
understood that
Sim.
reference.
What is Sim doing?
What is Sim doing?
I think he was researching mummy stuff too. So
He was. What did he do? He did
Uh,
He had a
something
project
when
he was working on, I thought.
there was something he was working on when we.
do we have it
'cause-
under projects?
Oh.
Perhaps?
God bless.
Let's see.
Cannot remember.
No, nothing in the downtime activities. So nothing. Ha ha ha.
Well, I
Maybe
mean, I don't
can-
know. I've been tracking mine on my sheet, but
Now
Okay,
he did a whole bunch of stuff where we were talking about what we were doing, and
Guess I should-
Yeah, he put it in chat. Let
Let me see if I
Chat.
can find it on his sheet. Sam, what were you up to? I don't think he was crafting anything.
he was researching
Void-related
something.
research. Void-related research projects.
Where's-
Resurrection for Indicate, Restoring Xerxes.
Where is
contacting
that?
Kayla. It's in main chat.
Kalon. So it's 410 2023.
Alright, I'm gonna just stick those on the actual info sheet. And
Actually, he updated it on the 412, so you may want to look at that one.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
Did I miss that?
I see it right here. Yep. Resolved and unresolved stuff.
all right, what is?
Oh,
what
he's
is he
incredibly
currently working on?
organized.
Yeah, void-related research projects ongoing. Resurrecting Anarchy, blah, blah, yeah. He was trying to contact the mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
contacting. I kind of remember. that.
Tayalam. Tayalam, yeah.
Yeah.
How
It
much progress does he have towards that?
Well,
He
if Beryl
doesn't
has
say.
if Beryl has
Doesn't-
2 days to the Wyvern, I think that's why she went and started working with the Wyvern is because Sim was
Alright,
doing
I'll
other
say-
things.
I thought he was a day away from that, to be honest. I feel like last time you guys talked about it, he was 1 day short.
Well, I'll put 2 days towards it since I don't know
All right.
what he was doing exactly. But yeah, so the day today would pass 8 hours, making.
Wait, we
it-
forgot Val.
I thought Val was working on his item.
Yeah, I was working on my grimoire.
Yeah, his grimoire.
So it was
Sorry.
2 days toward it?
This is the first day, unless you already
Okay.
had time towards it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had 8 hours toward the Wyvern thing before we came back from the mummy thing today. So I think other
I
people
also
might
did,
have that
actually.
as well, including
sure.
Sim. Yeah.
It is 5 p.m. when you all finish your downtime stuff. Anything else you want to do today, or are you just gonna pass the day? Overall, was
I got more
the
bedtime stuff.
was the group trying to get back to Gaian? Was that the next step overall?
Eventually, I think we're trying to tie up some ends here. Sim actually summarized a lot of our
Yes.
remaining plot points in the chat. There's a lot, but
Um,
we are
there's-
planning to go back to Gaian. We're just trying to tie up loose ends here.
there are two
Yeah.
major things. We have outstanding stuff that we sent to get traded for other stuff. And we need to resolve the void stuff.
Okay.
Like we need to find out about Anacate getting dude out of the mirror, and I think that's what we're waiting on.
Still need,
getting Xerxes out of the mirror. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And there's something about we need to figure out how to come up with cheap interplanar teleportation network.
well, we need a
We need a tuning
a
fork.
fork too. Yeah, tuning fork too.
Oh yeah, we gotta get a fork. Fork.
All right. And how are you? What were you doing to get the fork?
I think
feel
we
like-
were
No
waiting for the
idea.
merchant to come back.
We were hoping
Yeah.
that the new Habisgard black market would have them.
The Shadow.
I was
Market?
told
That's right.
Shadow.
Capital
I was
Shadow
told
Market,
Shadow
yes.
Strider was our way home too.
If
When
If
Anna
you will
Kate could-
cooperate.
yeah.
But
when-
so far it hasn't.
Well, I would if we are gonna if we're going to bed again, I will put another effort into that. I have the same thing I did last night. I'm gonna try again tonight. Just with
How
different
close
words.
are you to learning Elvish?
Very far off. Not even.
I mean,
trying.
Gal gave him a few
Yeah,
lessons.
now I have to learn Elvish too. This damn sword.
God damn it.
Shadow Strider is not a cheap
Mm.
date. All right.
Well,
Not at all.
what would it take to create a helm of comprehend languages?
Well, you would need the recipe, which if you don't have it, you would probably have to do a bunch of research or just find
If
it.
we're gonna put that much
Bible.
research into someone, I'd prefer to figure out how to turn Shadow Strider into a pole arm.
I think it's a pretty common item. But,
Helm of what was it?
isn't there a helm of
Comprehend
languages?
languages.
Something like that,
Yeah.
isn't there?
yeah, there is.
Let me see. Helm of comprehend language.
It's basically just like the spell. It might have charges. I don't
It's
remember.
uncommon and is there attunement?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's just an uncommon. So yeah, you would just have to wear it.
It's a really good one for a group to have because you
maybe
can
the-
pass it around.
Black market, maybe.
That's
See if they
true.
got that in the
I don't pass my helmet around, right, Beryl?
I don't know what's in your hair, so
People breathing on the inside of the visor. I don't want it.
In the evening, Val tries to get everyone to come to the table, then he gives them a gourmet meal, and he says, well, how was your day? Talk to me. How are things? And I invite Uruf, that scout, to have dinner with us.
Oh, Ulfri?
Yeah, he will
Ulfri,
happily.
Ulfri. I'll invite Ulfri to have dinner with us.
I mean, he still has 3 exhaustion levels, so he feels like crap, but he will gladly accept your invitation and eat with you and talk to you all, thanking you again for saving him.
Well, then
Maybe
I
we
would
could-
I would look
sorry,
at
go
him and say, see, listen, you didn't see it, but we got that platinum was a drop in the hat for us for what we got out of that tomb. And if you won't take it, you can at least give it to your fallen friend's family. And I'll slide the bag over to him again.
nice.
He says, the mercenaries who died, my allies, the Midnight Pyre is taking care of their family, so you don't have to worry about that. That said,
Midnight Pyre is good tribe. Beryl nods approvingly.
he nods. He says, "Yes, I've always enjoyed my time with them." That said, I do feel like I owe your group a debt. If you're interested, I might wish to travel with you and help you in your journeys.
We are going to go some very dangerous places, but I think you're good with that, obviously. So
He says, "Well, that's what I was doing here. I mean, scouting the plains of this place has been very dangerous, obviously."
So, this may seem like an odd question, but what are your feelings on the random extra-dimensional travel?
Random?
He says, "I don't know what that is. My apologies."
Let's say going to a world you've never seen before, just spontaneously. Just, you know.
Well, why would anyone do that? Is there a reason to go there?
Oh, no, this is a horrible thing. What? But you wouldn't freak out if that happened, right? That would be fine.
I'd probably be concerned, but I don't know what you mean by freak out.
That sounds good. All right.
He says he looks a little bit more concerned with that comment. But he says, "But I have been in many dangerous situations, and I'm well trained. So.
Well, I'm fine with you traveling with us, but that's not my call. The rest of them.
So basically,
turn and look at Beryl.
he would basically offer to join you as kind of like a sidekick character who someone could play if one of you was missing. Which I guess in this case would be Sim.
Tribe never turned down new tribe friends. Tribe had many friends for some time, but dispersed after last fight with Shadow Lord. Some recovering now.
Mechanically
what
speaking,
type of weapon do you use?
It's a little bit harder to keep the party stealthy if you have too many background characters with you, but other than that, yeah.
He's a scout, so.
I reach for my drink, and all you hear is nothing but chings and jingling from my armor. You gonna be quiet when we're walking around, buddy?
Yes, I'm quite adept at remaining quiet.
We'll see. If you can keep up with me, you'll be all right. It sounds like a pocket full of change. It's like, take my drink.
Yeah.
Maybe Tribe could get one of those fancy cloaks for Titus.
He says, another thing. I heard you all are trying to establish some sort of base somewhere. He says, I do have the ability to work with leatherworking tools if I can help you by creating things for you.
Oh, that'd be great.
He says,
excellent.
What's that called? Tanning. Yeah. He says, I have skills in tanning and leatherworking. Okay. So yeah, that's basically all he'd have to say, offering himself as an assistant to the group in several ways. He would need still 3 more days to heal up, but other than that, he's he is more than happy to try to pay you back.
What type of weapon does he use? I guess.
Looks like he has a longbow and a longsword, as well as a shield strapped to his back. So sort of like more standard, like elven scout weapons.
All right, so that Mace of Terror wouldn't do anything good for him.
Well, maces are simple weapons, so anyone can use one.
You can use that, yeah.
Might be worth
it.
I
think we have some other stuff though too. Like I think we have other magic weapons.
He would say
not a bunch.
He's most skilled in using a bow. That's his preferred weapon.
Oh, well, if you accompany us, we do have a magical bow that you could use.
Hey, find a use for it.
Yes, hopefully you will just be borrowing this for a short amount of time, but yes, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, it's just that's pretty much it. We've got the scythes, we've got it's a long bow, not a short bow.
Yeah.
And then we have the
bow, right?
Yeah, and then we have a short sword and a mace. Those are the ones that are actually on the party right now. We have some other magic items that we sent with Daniel. So.
All right, so I was going to pass the day or attempt to. I know. Yeah.
So I think that didn't Yali or Yali's agents say that the labs in the Twilight's Edge Sanctuary and the forge there gave bonuses to crafting?
Yeah, for things that require a roll.
Okay. So, like, Beryl is going to focus on her wyvern while we're here just because it's now hatched. So, otherwise, she would be spending her time in the alchemy lab. But for other party members, if we are going to pass time here while Ufri recovers, then if any of you are crafters or you want to scribe or do other things, it might be valuable for us to go back to, or some of us to go back to the Twilight's Edge facilities.
I'm not much good at anything other than killing, so whatever the group wants to do.
Well, I mean, we could do that, but can we bring the Wyvern with us? Or does the Wyvern need the wide open spaces?
Yeah, Wyvern would be probably very cramped in Sanctuary. Wyvern could come, but Wyvern is Wyvern is still small too, so definitely could come. It's small enough, maybe I don't know.
We could the ceremonial room where we killed the god. We clear that all out and make it Wyvern room.
Oh, the chapel. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty large area, but
since the two keeps are connected, Beryl thinks maybe it's better to just use the facilities already here at Eldrin's Watch for Little Wyvern. But yeah, whatever. If Tribe is planning to stay here some more days, then Beryl will keep working with Wyvern. Otherwise, Beryl will prepare Wyvern to go with us, because Wyvern will be coming back with Tribe to Gaian.
Yeah, we're gonna have to end soon, but I want to.
Yeah, let's call it here, and then when we come back, we'll figure out what we're doing from there. So.
Titus, give me another charisma check on that sword, because I assume that's what you were trying to do at the evening.
You got it. That, and I would also just ask Nefertiti their name.
Well, Nefertiti would not reply to you.
Chuckles.
Yeah, you might hear more uncomfortable laughter. Actually, no. Actually, there would be no reply this time from Nefertiti. But the sword would say, "You creature who lost their life to mind control. Why do you seek audience with me?"
Oh.
Well, from my friends and your fallen owner, heard you're quite powerful, and to be honest, I just wish to aid my friends in taking down that cult that controlled me, and I feel like you'd be helpful.
To wield the power of chaos, one must embrace the chaos themselves.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to me, but I feel like I fit that bill quite well.
Give me another charisma check.
Come on.
Right. And we'll end on that.
There you go.
So give me MVP votes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll figure out what he says to you next time.
All right.
Honestly.
And you can just click on charisma. You don't usually click on charisma save.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
In this situation,
that
they're
every
the
time.
same, but in others, their saves are different from checks.
No, you're 100% right. I wasn't even thinking about that. I just saw the 0 next to charisma, so I just clicked it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I know that, actually, and I just did it anyways because I'm an idiot. But that's real life me getting in the way of D&D me.
That's fine. No worries. All right, I got 3 votes.
I'm getting there.
Hey Lou,
I think I know
could
who
you-
the MVP is anyway.
could you check through the journal in the game, in the Roll20 game, and see if there's a note I think it said something about NPCs or something like that. There was a very, very detailed note that I had been keeping for a very, very long time on every NPC that we had ever made any kind of contract or deal with, like either like that we were paying or had a deal with, like where we would exchange something or whatever. And I can't find it now, so I don't know if it's one of the ones you hid. But I'd like to transfer some of that data to the new sheet, but I can't find it now. And I had a lot of information in that.
Yeah, I can take a look. So Titus, with 3 votes, you are the MVP.
Yay!
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Well, I know who the votes came from, so I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
For that last interaction, because we thought that was fucking hilarious.
Well, also we were, yeah. I mean, we were kind of like, we rely on you a lot in combat too, and like the beginning of the session was very combat.
For me, it was the fact that no one else wanted to take the mummy, like to be the one to take the mummy's treasure.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he took the. Yeah, he
and
took
you
the
did
curse.
it.
Well, and I don't even. Here's the funny thing: is like,
I feel like Vlad kind of like coaxed you into it. Like, yeah, we need this stuff, and Sim will cure you. So just go do your
I did
thing.
Not, oh shit! I talked about your junk falling off the entire time.
That's why I was trying to figure out what Vlad wanted, so I could be like, I'm not taking that, Vlad. So if our junk falls off, it happens together. That's why I was asking.
Honestly, that's why I voted for you, was because like you let the party who met, whether it was one member of the party or more, you let us convince you to go and get cursed. Because we were like, oh yeah, Sim will
risk
just
your junk.
restore you. And in my head,
you risk your junk for us.
honestly, Beryl didn't know any better. But out of character in my head, I'm thinking like, yeah, Sim's got greater restoration, but we don't know if that will work.
I 100% thought the situation I'm in now is the one I was going to be in as soon as I took something. I didn't think it was going to go away. I don't believe Lou is that forgiving.
To be perfectly honest, the person to be cursed with another voice in their head being you is just beautiful.
Yeah, I do. I feel like Titus can play well.
Well, and with that last roll, he's going to have yet another voice in his head, but it could be a good thing. With that last roll, I feel like the sword might actually start talking to you now.
I hope so. I really,
really. I'm so glad you rolled a nat 20 on
Lord.
Me too. I shared way too hard about
your head. That's what I want.
That was like a perfect nat 20. Like that's such a good spot
when I needed it. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks, Lou.
Yeah, no problem.
I had a lot of fun.
If Anna Kate ever gets resurrected and ever talks to the sword again, the sword is totally gonna like play the kid who plays the mom and the dad off each other. Like,
I won't fight Anna Kate for her sword. I'll just feel real sad. I just want to say goodbye. All right, I'll be like all the stuff I've got off her body will go right back to her. I'll just in depression.
Yeah, no, I think almost every one of us has something that we have to get back to Anna Kate if we come
but
back.
I don't want to sound grim, but I really benefited from her passing. I can see in the dark. I've got a light now that I can pick up extra and the sword.
I don't think it was so much you or Titus being greedy. I think it was us as a party being like, here, protect us.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I know I didn't rip it right off the body. I didn't even ask for it because I wouldn't have taken it. I'm like, I'm not taking that from a fallen. And you guys were like, no, you could use this.
This group is like, I don't want to say morally ambiguous because I think we do lean towards helping people and not like killing innocents, but we are definitely we do not quake at like robbing graves and shit. Beryl is neutral. Beryl is totally neutral. So yeah,
I am chaotic neutral, and I'm like I don't have a qualm with it until it reaches.